Okay. So let's get started. So let's go with the frequently asked questions, okay? Can you guys all see my screen? Just put yes in the chat if you guys can see. Awesome. You guys can all see it. Perfect. Thank you so much for responding. So frequently asked questions. What makes you court approved? Your license is what makes you court approved. Okay. A lot of people are stuck on how do I find if I'm court approved or not? There is no official court approval, how do I say, agency that approves people to provide court mandated classes. That is literally a secret. As long as you're a licensed counselor, therapist, educator, or someone that wants to provide these services, you can provide these services. There are people out here that have high school diplomas providing.
Hey, stop.
Lord.
Sit down.
Okay, hold on. Everyone, please mute yourself.
A webinar just start. Hey, stop. Stop.
All right, let me just go and start.
About how to get approved on court-appointed classes.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Jeez. All right. So a lot of people think that they can't do it. You can do it. There's people that have high school diplomas providing court mandated services. They have DUI schools. They have online court mandated programs. My father, he is not licensed. He's not a licensed clinician. He is a retired educator. He has a program called the Alternative Development Center, where he provides domestic violence classes, anger management classes, parenting, and a whole lot more. We mostly provide psychoeducation, so notes are not required or rarely needed, only for substance abuse group. I have not personally written a note in the past 8 years. No, you do not go to court, okay? It's just not a thing. Class ranges from 1 to 3 hours long, depending on the class. Since COVID-19, I've been conducting all of my classes on Zoom, okay? You guys could do the same thing. It's totally up to you, okay? You can have in-person classes or you can have classes on Zoom.
We can't hear you, Derek. You muted yourself.
Sorry about that, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right, perfect. Sorry about that. Sorry. I have a lot of people coming in. You should definitely do this because it eliminates the fear of not having enough income to provide for your children. If some of you guys are worried about income and finances right now, we are in what we call a leverage business. People have to come and get these services done. If they do not do these services, they go to jail. Increase flexibility with work-life balance. I'm able to do what I want when I want to do it. If this sounds like this is something for you, I would highly consider it. We had a gentleman that came on the camera earlier today before this seminar started. He talked about how he just watched me and got some game from me off of YouTube and made a ton of money just by taking action. And that's why I say it's very important for you guys to take action if this is something that you want to do. A lot of people want to secure funding for your retirement. For me, as me being 43 years old, retirement is important to me. I want to make sure that I set myself up properly. So if you want to have secure funds for your retirement, this is a great way to do so. You can stop worrying about bills because I can provide, today I could just basically do a couple of evaluations today and make some money. So if I wanted to work today and do some evaluations, I could make a quick $5,000 to $1,000 real quick if I want to. You can pay off your debt and build on your emergency fund. there are a lot of things that you guys can do if you want to provide court mandated services. Also, you can get support from me. One of the things that I'm going to do is that I'm going to support you. For those that see me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you guys know I'm going to give you the tools to win. I post a ton of free content on Facebook. If you guys go on the Diversion Center Facebook page, you guys will see my videos. I have a ton of videos on there. Also, we have the court mandated training Facebook group, or excuse me, private pay court mandated money Facebook group, private pay court mandated money Facebook group, where I have over 5 years of videos and information in there that is help you get started. Now, do people go through it? No, shame on them. But it's a whole bunch of content that people can learn from and say, hey, I need help. I'm struggling. What do I need to do to get started? How can I take my business to the next level? Also, I have videos on YouTube as well. And also, if you sign up for any of my programs, I'm going to support you. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to make you successful, or I'm going to give you the tools to be successful as long as you take action. Okay? I'm going to tell you exactly what to do so you don't waste time spinning your wheels and doing the wrong things. I've done a lot of wrong things in starting this business and actually running the business. And I'm letting you guys know, please do not make the same mistakes. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just copy what I'm doing. If you copy what I'm doing, I promise you it'll work because it works for me. Also, you might want to advance and grow your expertise and reach. You might want to have recurring revenue for your business and your family. And then also for me, you want to start designing your life. It's one thing to exist, but it's another thing to live. Okay, I want you guys to start designing your life, stop existing and start living. Okay. And then also, lastly, you will get weekly support from me in my level 2 program. If anyone signs up for my level 2 program, I'm going to give you weekly support for 3 months, weekly support. And then also you're going to get coaching calls with me directly. So you guys will know exactly what to do, how to do it. So basically I'm taking away all excuses. Okay. So if you guys really want to do it, all of your excuses will be taken away and it'll be up to you to take action. If that's what you want to do, because sometimes people just need the support. They need a coach. They need someone to say, hey, I need to bounce some ideas off you, or, hey, I'm in this situation. How do I overcome it? Or how do I leverage this to my advantage? Okay. Because a lot of people, this might be your first time having a business, and sometimes starting a business is scary. I know it was scary for me when I started, but I'm letting you guys know there's nothing to be afraid of. Once you start doing it, you're gonna be like, why wasn't I doing this a long time ago? Okay. So next, here are some evaluations that you guys can offer for the licensed clinicians in the room. If you want to provide evaluations, here are some evaluations. We have alcohol and drug evaluations, dental health evaluations, bariatric evaluations, nexus letters, immigration evaluations, SAP evaluations, forensic evaluations, anger management, you name it. There's a whole bunch of different types of evaluations, vocational evaluations, assessments, all that. Okay, these are evaluations and services that I provide at my office. Do I do all these evaluations? No. I personally do alcohol and drug evaluations and SAP evaluations. Those are the only evaluations that I do personally, but I have team members at my office that do the other evaluations. So I have contractors that do the other evaluations for me. And what we do is we do a 70-30 split. So I'll keep 30%, they keep 70%. They do all the work, I keep 30% of what they do. I just market the services. I also do anger management evaluations as well if I need to, but I have someone at my office that just does them and takes care of them for me. So these are things that you guys can do. As you guys can see, these are the earning potential that you can have by just doing one evaluation. I do multiple of these types of evaluations all day, every single day, except for, of course, Sunday. I don't work on Sundays, and I work a half day on Thursday. So you guys can imagine this is how you guys can get rich if that's what you want to do. If you're focused on making money and establishing some income for your retirement, this is a great way to make it happen. Also, for those that are not aware, Nexus letters are evaluations for people that need PTSD claims for the VA. They're trying to get verification that they suffer from PTSD. And if you guys look on Google of a sample Nexus letter, it's a one-page letter. It's super simple, super easy, and it will surprise you. Okay. What else? Let's go down the list. Also, here are some classes to consider: anger management, substance use. And by the way, most of these classes are recurring, okay? So they're not one-time classes, they're recurring revenue for your business. So I do this all day. We offer these classes pretty much every week. So we have anger management. We have a 12-week program. Some states have 52-week programs. In California, I know anger management is 52 weeks in some cases. So substance use out here is between 6 weeks and 52 weeks. We have domestic violence out here is 24 weeks. Parenting, our program is 6 weeks. Our MRT program is 24 weeks. Defensive driving, that's a 1-day class. DUI schools, it's a 3-day class out here in Georgia. Shoplifting, theft prevention, that's a 1-day class. Values clarification, that's a 4-week class. Life skills, that's a 1-time class. By the way, these are not all the court mandated classes. These are just the classes that we offer at our office. There could be other classes in your cities or your states that are not on this list. So I'm just letting you guys know these are recurring revenue, okay? So they go week after week after week. So you get paid every single week per class. I just got word from someone in Arizona. I was talking to someone on Wednesday. They're talking about their classes are $150 a pop. I was like, oh my God, for anger management. I say, hey, I need to move to Arizona. What the heck is going on out there? Yeah. There are people charging different amounts for their classes, and it's amazing. You guys can do it too. And let me just show you some of the earning potential that you can make. Even if you just did 2 evaluations per day at $200 each, that will give you $400 per day. That's going to take you at the most, in my opinion, 2 hours to do. That's $120,000 per year if you just work 300 days out the year. Okay. So imagine if you did 4 evaluations or 6 evaluations or 8, because that's what I do every single day. I focus on evaluations. I do about between 8 to 10 evaluations per day. Okay. So you do the math. If I can do it, you can do it. All right. I started off teaching shoplifting classes. That's how I started my business. I was the go-to guy. Before I got licensed, I was teaching shoplifting classes. I was not approved by any probation court or anyone. I started with nothing. And I mean when I say that, like seriously. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Okay. I just had experience teaching from DUI school. I worked at a DUI school. I had taught defensive driving and DUI school. And has anyone dealt with this? Put this in the chat. Have you ever dealt with an employer where you worked your ass off, but they underpaid you? Put yes in the chat if you ever dealt with that, where you work with someone and they underpaid you or took you for granted and didn't respect, what was going on. It's like you put in your all. And be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you guys something that happened. I would have stayed there. Okay. I would have stayed at my jobs if they would have just treated me right. I was forced into entrepreneurship. I was forced into it. I was cool. I was cool. I was like, just pay me good, take care of me, don't take advantage of me. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna be a loyal employee. I'm gonna knock stuff out because I didn't have the balls to go into business for myself at the time. I just didn't. But then it got to a point where enough was enough. I was like, you know what? I got to invest in myself. I have to face my fears and just go ahead and do it. Yeah. Yeah, I see that. Priscilla, I see that. Yeah. And it's like, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. And I was like, you know what? I got to switch this up. I got to do something different. And that's what I decided to do. I decided to open up my program and I only taught shoplifting classes because that's what I was studying. That's what I was familiar with. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Boom. Then after that, I started doing, I think, what was my next class? Values clarification. Then I started doing anger management. I got my certification in anger management, started teaching that class. And then I got my credential in substance abuse. Then I started doing evaluations. And then once I got into the evaluation game, it was game over. Okay. No longer speak Espanol for free. I get it. Yeah, absolutely. So once I got into that game, it was over. Okay. And just imagine, I just want to go back to the screen real quick. You guys can flip these. This is how I got rich. If you guys want to know how I got rich, this is how you get rich. It's not hard to make six figures in this business. I can make six figures in my sleep. You guys can too. If that's your goal. And I'm not even talking about low six figures. I'm not talking about 100,000. I'm talking about 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000. That range, okay? You can do that because if you just do the math, it makes sense. And then also, you don't even have to do the evaluations yourself. You can contract someone to do the evaluations for you. So if you guys are watching this and you're listening to this and you're not, an LPC, an LCSW, LMFT, CADC, you can just contract someone to do it for you. That's what DUI schools do out here. They just have people contract and they do a split with them and they have other people do the evaluations. That's something that you guys can do as long as you know how to market yourself and advertise your services. Okay. Very important. Okay. So you start doing the math and you're like, man, this is crazy. This makes sense. Okay. If I just start, if I do like 5 evaluations today, I can hit like 300 grand for the year and only work 5 days and only work 5 hours out the week. My wife, she's a SAP evaluator and she clears over 100K working 3 days a week. She only works 3 hours a day and she works 3 days a week and she's clearing over 100K. I retired her at 38, but she got bored and says, I want to start working. So I was like, all right, we're going to set you up a program. I'm going to set you up a business and we're going to get you rolling. And I got her set up and she works 3 days a week, working with SAP clients all day. Well, not all day, but 4 hours out the day. And she's done, so she clears about, she's probably doing about 200 a year, between 150 to 200 right now, working part-time. So it can be done. Also, we offer drug tests, okay? You guys can do drug testing if you want. They cost between $125 to $150. You can just go online, buy a 6-panel drug test. For people that come into our office that are not already clients, we charge them $30 for a drug test. And then people that are our clients, we charge them $25. So people have to be drug tested throughout their program. So we have a substance abuse program or ASAM level 1 program. They have to be drug tested. They have to do random tests. They have to complete a drug test when they complete their program. Also, in our values clarification program, they have to be drug tested. So remember, guys, also, you create your programs. It's your program. So what I want you guys to understand is that this is your program. So you decide when you drug test, when you don't drug test. You have complete ownership of what you do. Okay, you control your program. No one from the outside controls your program. That's what I love about this business, because you control it. No one from the outside can tell you what to do and how to run it, because the clients are paying you. You don't get paid from the state. You don't get paid from the government. The clients pay you directly for your services. So you run your program. Okay. What is the best way to get clients? The best way to get clients is Google. Okay. That's how you get clients. I rank #1 on Google when you look up my services. Okay. And that's how people find me. Remember, our clients are going to be between the ages of 18 and 30. So the first thing they do is they go to their cell phone and look you up. Okay. So this is a part where you guys decide, hey, I need to write this stuff down. How do I get my services out there? Well, one of the things that you do is that you market to probation officers, defense attorneys, DUI schools, other court mandated providers. That's how you get started, if that's what you want to do. Okay. But when you go to when you go to probation offices, you never go empty-handed. Okay. Never go empty-handed. Hold on, guys. Let me slide this down real quick. Okay. When you're going to when you're going to the probation offices, never go empty-handed. Very important. What I mean by that, you're going to bring them some food. You're going to bring them sandwiches, donuts. Don't go in a probation office asking to for them to send you clients. No, you go say, here's some, you pretend like you're a pharmaceutical rep. Bring them some food, have your business cards, and then they're interested in talking to you. And you say, hey, add me to your provider list if they have one. Okay. That is a way to get clients. Also, you don't even have to deal with probation if you don't want to. You could just contact defense attorneys. Okay. And say, hey, these are the services that I offer. I can provide assistance to your clients. Because remember, guys, they work with people that are in trouble already for criminal defense. They're going to need your services. So you want them to think of your agency first. So if you already have flyers, brochures at the defense attorney's offices, they already know who you are. And the front desk lady or the receptionist can refer them to you. Okay. Also, other DUI schools or DWI schools. We do have DUI schools that do not offer anger management. They do not offer domestic violence. They do not offer evaluation services. So everyone does not provide the same services. So when they go to DUI school, they might need to take an anger management class. And if your flyers are at the DUI school, boom, there's your client. Or they can refer you they can refer your services to their clients that are coming to them for DUI school, because people that go to DUI school, they need other services like anger management, parenting, maybe even shoplifting. They may need an evaluation. And a lot of DUI schools don't offer those services.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Also, we have other court mandated providers. You're going to contact other court mandated providers to let them know that you provide these services. Everyone, like, for example, my dad, he doesn't do evaluations. So when they call his office for evaluation, he refers them all to me.
That way.
Everyone, please mute yourself. Okay.
So good to have my nails done. Don't you?
Oh,
I
Lord.
like your color. You see what I mean? I think that looks nice on you. If I get you happy.
Let me find out who's that talking.
I want to hear that.
Okay. I guess they muted themselves. All right, cool. So back to it. Also, ideally, if you want to make some money, ideally, it's not always possible. You want to get inside the same office of probation. If you could be inside or next door of probation, because that's where your money's going to come from. That's who's going to funnel your clients to you. Probation. Okay. It's not the court, it's probation. Okay. It's not the court, it's probation. Guys, remember that. It's not the court, it's probation. It's not the court, it's probation. So you want to be inside the probation office, next door to the probation office, or down the street from the probation office, or on a main street that everyone knows. Okay, if you can't get those top three, at least get on a main street that everyone knows. Okay, very important. Also, street signs. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are watching this right now, it is political season. And if you haven't noticed in your neighborhoods, you see all these political signs saying, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. They have these signs out because they work. All right. And they know you may not know who they are, but when it comes time to vote for them, you're going to remember that name when you go in the voting booth, and you might just vote for them because you saw their sign. You may not know what they're about, but you might just vote for them because you saw their sign. Who knows? But I want you guys to be a top of mind. So one of the strategies that I used when I first got started, when I wasn't familiar with the SEO stuff, when I didn't know about Google, when I did not know about SEO, I used to put street signs, and these were like signs, yard signs for that you can get for like 99 cents a pop. And I would put them in high traffic areas, in front of Walmart, in front of Costco, and advertise my anger management classes. That worked. Okay. I used to get so many people that used to come to me for private one-on-one anger management classes because I had street signs. Now, did they get picked up and thrown away? Yes. But now's the ideal time to do it because those signs are not getting picked up and thrown away because all these politicians that are running for office right now for state, local, county, city government have signs everywhere. So you have your sign in a high traffic area, you can get services. And that just does not apply for anger management. What if you're a life coach? What if you want to advertise your life coaching business? Street signs work. Okay. Cannot stress this enough, but you have to have the courage to go out there and put them out there. Oh, if you're a marriage counselor, how many people here need marriage counseling? How many people need help with that? There's a ton of people that need help with marriage counseling. Advertise yourself out there. Put it on a street sign in front of Costco, Walmart, or a freeway exit, and wait for your phone to ring. And more importantly, answer your phones. Because a lot of people come to me because a lot of providers don't answer their phones. It amazes me how many people just do not answer their phones. Okay? Because they do it part-time. But if you commit to it and do it full-time, you'll get a full-time income and you'll surprise yourself. Also, Google. That's how you get clients. You rank #1 on Google. And I'm going to show you guys an example of that later. Also, you guys would be surprised. TikTok is phenomenal for marketing. If you want to advertise your services, start getting on TikTok because that's where your customers are. Okay. Posting on Facebook is not going to get it. You're not going to get court mandated customers from posting on Facebook. That's why if you guys go on my Facebook page, you'll never see me advertising stuff related to getting court mandated clients. I'm not advertising my anger management program, my domestic violence program, my MRT program, because that's not where the clients are. But I'll advertise my coaching program on there. But if you guys see me on TikTok, I'm advertising my evaluation services on TikTok because that's where my clients are. You go where your clients are. Also, you might want to advertise in your AA meetings, your NA meetings. Go to where clients are doing their community service. Okay. So there's so many different ways to advertise your program. Also, for those that are on Psychology Today, man, many people are not using Psychology Today properly. If you're on Psychology Today, understand that it is a gold mine. It is the cheapest, one of the cheapest ways to advertise your business. And if you're not making money off Psychology Today, I highly recommend that you take my training with me and Omar on oh Lord, who was that?
Needs a court.
All right. I'm gonna learn this. I'm just gonna mute everybody from the next one. I learned this lesson. So, all right, advertise on Psychology Today because it's going to take your business to the next level if you learn how to do it. I'm telling you guys, if you market yourselves properly, most people do not know how to use Psychology Today, and that's why they say it does not work. if you know how to manipulate it and use it and set it up properly, you can really make a ton of money off psychology today. Okay. So if you guys are interested, go to market your private practice, marketyourprivatepractice.com, and you can take that psychology today training. And I guarantee if you learn how to do that stuff, it's going to blow up your business. All right. What else? You want to show up number one on Google, but also social proof. You want to have a ton of reviews. Okay. Reviews. There is a great book called 5-Star Attorney. Okay. 5-Star Attorney by Andrew Stickle. I believe that's his name. I read that book, changed my life. Okay. 5-Star Attorney. I got my review game up, and you want to make some money, get a ton of reviews. And some people, I can hear you guys now, oh, I can't get reviews because I'm a therapist, and that's against my code of ethics. Well, guess what, guys? Most of what we do, everyone that comes to you are not coming to you for therapy. They're coming to you for psychoeducation, so they can leave a review. I have people that come to me for coaching. I have people that come to me for evaluations. I have people that come to me for psychoeducation. 95% of the stuff that I do does not violate my code of ethics. Okay. So you can get reviews for your business. That will make you a ton of money. Okay. Make money, get a ton of reviews.
Sharon D. Mute yourself, please.
All right. Also, it's very important to have a great business profile, meaning that you're trusted. Okay. So you want to have your Better Business Bureau. It's not necessary, but I want you guys to have it, to have a good reputation. Protect your reputation at all costs. Now, what do I mean by that? Don't burn people. Get your evaluations done on time. Don't have probation calling you, hounding you, trying to get someone's evaluation. I have a rule of getting my evaluations done same day, no matter what. Same day. That's my rule. Same day, because I don't know what can happen tomorrow. And they can pile up on you, especially if you're busy like me. Get them done same day, have them typed up, and have your template set up ready to where you can get them done fast. All right. If you guys have questions about evaluations and you don't know how to do one, sign up for the level 1 or level 2 program. We'll give you templates of the evaluations, and we'll have evaluation training in there as well that will show you how to write your evaluations and get them knocked out in a proper and timely fashion, so people are not hounding you for their evaluations. Or certificates from classes. Okay. Just have it set up, have it ready, because the last thing you want to have is people hounding you for their certificates, their status updates, to prove to probation that they've been taking your classes. Have things ready and set up for them. Okay. Also, once again, show up number 1 on Google. That's the key. All right. All right. Let me see. I'm looking in the chat real quick. I don't see anything. Give me 1 second. Close this out. No, I do not have an immigration evaluation training. But there are people that do offer that online that you can find. But yes, All right. So let's get into it. Lastly, before we get into the Q&A section, we have a VIP day. For those that have already signed up with me, some of you guys are already in my Business in a Box program. If you guys want to take it further and you want to learn how to do what I'm doing, sign up for the VIP day, because I'm going to show you how to make some money. This is only for people that, want to take it to the next level, and you want to learn what I'm doing right now with my business. I'm going to show you how to do that. All right. I'm going to show you how to advertise your program. It's a VIP day with me. It's going to be me and a couple other people on a Zoom call. I was going to do it at my headquarters, but a lot of people said they can't make it live. at my office in Marietta. So I said, all right, we'll do it virtually, and we're going to do a VIP day virtually, and we're going to go into what I'm doing right now that works to advertise your court mandated business and get it really booming. So the behind the scenes stuff. So all the psychology today hacks that I know, any SEO hacks that I know, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, anything to where it'll help you generate income or even grants or contracts, because I'm in the government contracting space right now. If you guys want to learn about that government contracting space, and that's something that we can talk about. So if you have any questions about that, ask those questions at the VIP day, because I'm giving all information. I'm not going to gatekeep anything. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do to make it happen. All right. Also, if you guys are not in my program, I have a level 1 program for you guys. If you guys want to learn how to start a court mandated business, we're going to give you marketing strategies, the advanced marketing strategies. That is the most important part of the training. I'm going to show you how to advertise and market your business and how to conduct substance abuse evaluations. I'm going to give you templates for your evaluations. I'm going to show you how to create online courses. Oh, I forgot to mention that. If you guys go on my website, thediversioncenter.com, you will see the online course tab. You will see all the different types of online courses that I offer. That is passive income, by the way. So I basically make money in my sleep. I have people from all over the United States that take my online courses. They're already set up. They pay the money. They log in. They get their course, and they get their certificate immediately after they finish their class. Okay? Cannot stress that enough. Okay? Also, you'll get access to the private pay court mandated money Facebook group that has over 5 years of videos and content that you can learn from to start your court mandated business if you do not have one. And then lastly, we have the level 2 program. And now this is where I'm giving you a super bonus. You'll get everything in level 1, plus you'll receive the VIP day. Plus, you're going to get the anger management training and certification, your parenting training and certification, shoplifting training and certification, 2 one-on-one coaching calls with me, plus a weekly group coaching for 3 months. And I wanted to add something different to it because I realized that people need more support, and the 2 one-on-ones is not enough for some people. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give you 3 months of group coaching for 3 months. So we'll probably meet on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on Zoom, Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to do group coaching calls, and you'll be one-on-one with me, or with the group, I should say. And we're going to talk about your problems, concerns, your struggles, and I'm going to help you through it, because I think a part of people's success, community is required, and people supporting with each other, because now is the time where we need to come together and rally together and support one another. I believe that gatekeeping is over. I believe in sharing resources and sharing and making stuff happen. And if you guys are ready to make a change, I'm going to give you the tools to make it happen, because it's all about going to the next level. It's all out 2024. And if you guys want to learn more, here's my QR code. You can learn more about my programs. You can scan it real quick and learn more about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. And real quick, who was the gentleman I was talking to earlier? What's your name, sir? You go, come on, unmute yourself.
Joshua.
Joshua, please tell them what you told me earlier for those that missed it.
Well, my name is Joshua Pear. I'm from East Texas. I'm an LCDC. I started out as a CCJP, which is a certified criminal justice professional, and it's along the lines of an ADC. So about a year ago, I've been a counselor for 4 years. About a year ago, I got my LCDC fully licensed, and I was, I wanted to do something more, uh, you know, where I had a little bit more autonomy, and I was just kind of researching. I was looking at, I worked in a prison, so I was very familiar with all the probation officers in Texas and parole officers. So I was kind of Googling, searching, and then Derek kept showing up, kept showing up, kept showing up. And so I started watching his YouTube videos, and I seen him on Facebook, and he had mentioned a SAP evaluator. And I was like, well, what's that? So I started doing a deep dive into that. And if I hadn't ran across uh, someone who had been so informative and just kind of really put stuff out there, I don't know that I would have one even knew about it or how to go about it. And of course, I'm kind of like skeptical of everything all the time. But he said there's a lot of money in it. I was like, yeah, right. But so uh, so I was like, well, let's just see. So I started diving into it. I got my certifications. I didn't know how to get started. I had a mentor around here, and uh, like at this point, it's helped my family so much because I'm not only like doubled my income. There's some weeks I triple my income because, and I don't work any more than 15 hours more a week. So I get my 40-hour a week day job, just for consistency. And then this 15, whatever else I can muster up throughout the week. And it has been pretty consistent. I didn't expect it to be as consistent. But I'll watch Derek on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube just to make sure I don't miss anything. And um, I'm looking at, what, even though I work in the criminal justice field, um, to be an entrepreneur in private practice for the criminal justice field, there's not a lot out there that I've found that's as informative. So I'm very grateful that he did this free kind of introduction. I'm very interested in the next two levels. Um, so that's kind of where I am.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, so for all the skeptics out there, hey, you heard it. Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, I get it. I've been through stuff before. It's like, man, do I even believe this dude? What's he talking about, man? For real? And this is what I tell people. I'll always tell them, hey, pull up on me. Come to my office. I'll show you better than I can tell you. Say, pull up. Come to my office. Anyone. You want to come to Duluth, Lawrenceville, Marietta? Come see me. Now come see me when I'm there though, because I'm not always there, but come to one of my offices, you guys will see. Come in, take a look. I remember one of my coaching clients, she was in my level 3 program. And I didn't mention that. If you guys are interested in level 3, that's one-on-one coaching with me for 6 months. But she's in my level 3 program, and she came to my office twice. She pulled up on me twice. She flew from Philadelphia. That's Dr. Essence Presley. And by the way, she makes over 6 figures working part-time. She only works at night, by the way. And contact her if you have any questions. She works part-time, and she pulled up on me twice. And she's like, before I drop this 10K, Derek, I need to know that you're actually official. You're not going to be here today, gone tomorrow. She pulled up. She talked to her husband about it. And then, boom, she signed up, and it was game over after that. So I tell people, pull up on me. And for those that some of you guys are here in Georgia, I say, pull up on me. Come to the office. Come to my headquarters in Marietta, Duluth. I'm primarily working my Duluth office, but I'll show you guys around. You guys see what I'm doing. Super skeptic here. Yeah. Pull up, come see. If you're a super skeptic, look at my reviews, look at all the stuff I have on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Go on my LinkedIn. You guys will see everything. You'll see all the conferences I'm going to. You see the stuff I speak at. You guys will see everything. So you guys can be skeptics, but I'm going to keep on getting it regardless. All right. So we're opening it up for the question and answer session real quick. Just raise your hand if you have a question, and I will pick you to come up. All right. Let me see. Thanks, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Any skeptics in the house that have a question? Any questions? No questions?
I don't know how to raise a hand.
Oh, Antoinette. Okay, Antoinette, I see you. What's up? Let's go.
Okay, hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so hello everyone. Glad to be a part of this platform. So I recently ran across your videos, and I'm a therapist in Kentucky, and I'm licensed in Ohio. So I just purchased the workbooks, the anger management bundle, and I wanted to know, would my CEUs qualify me? I do domestic violence, pediatric head trauma. Those CEUs, would they qualify me to teach the classes for the anger management, the parenting, and the domestic violence? Or would I need to take your level 2 class to be certified for that? And I just want to add, I also purchased the course for SAP evaluator as well. So I am doing a self-paced course for the SAP evaluations through the Department of Transportation, just like the gentleman just shared. And I'm just wondering, do I need to come
So
see you for the training?
Antoinette, what's your license again?
I am a CSW. I'm licensed at the master's level. I have a bachelor's in social work, a master's in social work in Kentucky, and a CSW, which is
Okay.
a certified social work.
Gotcha.
And that's in Kentucky. And so that did qualify me to get the SAP evaluator.
Yeah. All right. So let me answer your question. I think I got it under control now. Perfect. So the answer to your question is you don't need me.
Okay.
The honest answer to your question is that you don't need me. You do not need me. If you want to teach those classes, like anger management, you can teach those now. If you want to teach parenting right now, you can teach it now. You don't need me. I provide those trainings and courses for those that you may have the license, but you're not familiar with teaching an anger management class, or you don't know the science of anger, or you don't know the different topics to talk about in a parenting class or anger management class, or even a shoplifting class. That's an extra layer of certification that you can use as leverage. So if you talk to a probation office and they say, hey, well, why should I use you? Well, you can say, well, I'm an LCSW and I'm licensed and I'm certified in anger management, parenting, and shoplifting. Now, do you need it? No, you don't need it. And if you know how to teach the classes without the certification, I say go ahead and teach the classes without the certification. But I'm a person, I like to have everything. I don't want you coming and ask me questions, because I've been in that position where they tried to play me out here in Georgia when I first started. They say, hey, well, they thought they were going to snub me. And then they're like, hey, do you have this? I'm like, yeah, I got the MRT certification, anger management, shoplifting. I got everything. You can't deny me for nothing. So send your clients to me, you know. So to answer your question, no, you do not need me. Okay. As a matter of fact, none of you guys need me. You do not need me. That's the answer I'm giving. You do not need me. What you do need is you need to have ambition, follow through, and belief in yourself enough to go ahead and pursue it. And if you do that, you're good to go.
Okay, great. And the resources, the workbooks are a great resource. So I do use evidence-based materials for my other therapy and group sessions. And so I appreciate that. I will use those.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Anyone else? Raise your hand if you, hold on, let me look for you guys. Hold on. I'm looking. By the way, guys, bear with me. This is my first time doing something like this. So I'm over here digging and searching. Let me see, I don't see any hands. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, here we go. I see, I'll go with, Miss Banks, LCSW. And then we'll go to D'Angela and then Tanya.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. So my business partners already kind of do something like this. We're based out of Brooklyn, New York. And as a African American business who works with a lot of court mandated clients, um, generally sex offense clients. So it's recurring revenue because these are people who are mandated for 3 to 5 years. The issue has been is that the courts here have been asking us to take kind of like low level fees in terms of like accepting insurance, et cetera. And so I think we already kind of have the infrastructure to be able to do some of this. But I'm trying to just figure out what's the best way to be able to implement these services and still be able to kind of satisfy what they're asking us to do. They do want to make it accessible. I think that one of the nuggets that you dropped today was just kind of instead of going through the courts itself, which is what we already have a path. We have a path in probation. We have a path in the courts. It looks like, I mean, the next step for us would be to kind of work with the actual defense on the defense attorney side. And generally what we do is we're making recommendations directly to probation and making recommendations directly to the courts for sentencing and stuff like that. Once the client, both pre-adjudication and post-adjudication, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple of things come to mind when you're talking, and yeah, you're right. The court, they kind of sometimes they want you to do cheap stuff, especially if you have a contract with them. They want you to do it for the low. I'm like, I can't survive off this low amount of money you guys are going to pay me if I'm going to do it through the court. So you're right. You can go through defense attorneys. You can also go to DOJ, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, OJJDP, and apply for the grants that they have available. I'm a believer in getting that grant funding.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking, these are seven-figure, these are seven-figure grants, by the way. And on a low end, like maybe 300K on a low end. So you can go that route. You can also, I tell people to go this route. You can also offer Affirm, Klarna, and Afterpay on your website. And then they can buy now, pay later for their services. I do that. That's what I do right now. And when I'm telling you that's a game changer, that's a game changer because people they just finance it. And buy now, pay later options, Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay are your friends. And also I think another one's called Cherry. So if you can provide that, that is a great option to do that. So
just for clarification, when you mentioned the grants through I think the DOJ you said, how would we be able to utilize that in what we're already doing, or it's just in terms of like being able to fulfill whatever the requirements are?
Yeah, you can actually apply for the grants. So they have grants looking for specific services. So you apply for the grants that you can fulfill because you have to do what they're asking you to do. You can't just say, hey, I'm taking this $1 million grant, I'm just going to do what I want with it. No, they're asking you to do a specific thing. So if you go on the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, you go on their website, you will see certain opportunities available. If it aligns with what you're doing, do it. If not, don't. And there's also local city grants available that you can look into. But if that's too of a, you might not want to go through that process, I say do the defense attorneys, advertise your stuff privately, because I don't have a contract with the courts at all. Everything I do is private. So I control my program, I control my fee. And sometimes it's just like, it might be okay for you to walk away. I walked away from a 3-year contract that I had. I walked away from it and I was happy to walk away from it because I make more money doing my own stuff privately. So that's also something you can consider as walking away. And if they don't want to do business, you can do it another way. or you could also offer it in another state virtually as well. I'm not sure if you're interested in providing Zoom courses or classes virtually.
Yeah,
But
I'm licensed in multiple states, so.
yeah, I'll just do it in another state and keep it moving and advertise on Google, and people sign up for your program and they pay you your fee.
Okay. Just another quick question. So the marketing portion of this is it on all levels?
Yes, there's marketing, advanced marketing training on level 1, level 2, and then also level 3. But if you guys sign up, matter of fact, if you guys sign up for level 2, I'm giving you a bonus marketing training on there that's going to really show you some behind the scenes stuff that I'm doing as well. So if you guys sign up for level 2, I'm gonna give you guys a bonus marketing training on top of the marketing training that's already in there. I did a private top secret Zoom call with some people in my group. You guys are gonna get that training as well. I'm gonna add you guys to that as well because I want you guys to make it happen. There's no excuses this year. We're gonna make it happen. So once you get that marketing game down on Google and understanding that and advertising your services on Psychology Today, is game over, especially with the sex offenders, because it's hard to find providers that provide that work.
Yeah, so that was the thing. We were the only agency to provide the work in all of 5 boroughs in New York City. And because my business partners were African American, other people found out how much money we were making. And, you know, they tried to make it like a DEI thing, if you know politically what's happening, and a racially insensitive situation. So, you know, we're in the community, we're of the community in terms of like the people that we serve.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, in terms of like the job and the quality of the work that we do is amazing, but being able to monetize after that and after the pandemic, it's just kind of been a struggle.
How much
But
are you charging per class?
so it depends, depending on how the person can pay. So
let me say this real quick, because I just want you guys to hear this example. I don't buy that people cannot pay. Okay. And I want you to put your foot down on this when you're talking to the people that you're dealing with, because you'd be surprised how many people are paying me right now because they're, how do I say, they're in a pickle, they're in a bind, their stuff is about to get stripped from them. Like, for example, right now, there's something going on with the CDL truck drivers. They're getting their license downgraded. I have at least 84 people in my queue right now that need to get a SAP evaluation to finish their SAP program. They're all blowing up my lines right now to finish their program because their license got downgraded. So, and they're willing to pay me anything to get their license back. They don't care. They're literally telling me, Derek, I got $1,000. If it's $2,000, whatever, I'm going to pay you. I need to get my license back. They took my license. My stuff got downgraded. My point is, if you want something bad enough, people will find a way to pay. I have people that come in my office that used to try to run that game on me. Oh, I don't have the money to pay. So what I would do is I would say, hey, I would tell them, hey, go to the Department of Labor. I need you to prove to me from a printout from the Department of Labor of your income statement showing me how much money you make. Now you have to verify and submit an application with me and prove that you cannot afford these services. Okay. When I did that, all that stopped. People will say stuff just to get out of stuff and finesse the system. And sometimes we have to educate the probation officers, the judges, and say, hey, these people have the money to pay for these services. And they can figure out to pay. If they can figure out to pay for these nice shoes, the car that they're driving. I've had people pull up on me and say they can't pay and their car is nice, nicer than mine. And I'm like, hold on, what's going on? You guys are trying to beat the system and finesse. So
while I agree with you on everything that you talked about doing today, because these clients are mandated clients, and let's say, for example, you know, these clients for minimum, they have to come to us for about 5 years. And so that may be once or twice a week for 5 years. To charge premium twice a week when the courts say that they have to come, and if they don't come, they're going to go to jail, is almost extortion. So that, you know, what I'm hearing from listening to the way you're suggesting to do things in the business now is just a pivot, add these extra services so we be able to kind of do that. And then maybe what I've already suggested to the business partners was just raise the rates. Not a lot, renegotiate the contracts with the insurance companies, et cetera, for those clients that are in need. But for everybody else, we'll be able to add these additional add-on services so that, you know, for those who are pre-adjudication and they want to go to court and show, if you could pay for an attorney, you could pay for an evaluation. So I agree with you completely on that part of it.
Yeah, because I was talking to a defense attorney just yesterday. To secure him is just $5,000. It's $5,000.
And they're going to pay it if you know, that's the option. You can either have a paid attorney and have a better chance, get your evaluation and have a better chance, or you could just face the judge and see what it is. So yeah, I mean, I do agree with you in that respect.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, I totally agree with you. So yeah,
Thank you so much for this training.
Yeah, not a problem. Thank you. Thank you. Tanya, go ahead. Tanya, are you there? Oh, Tanya, we can't hear you. All right, we'll come back to you, Tanya. Miss Hill, come on board.
First of all, I want to just say I'm so very grateful for you, Derek, and what you're doing and what you're offering. I am a probation officer and have been one for almost 20 years at this time. Oh, actually, about 22 years. And I'm actually getting ready to retire, and I am looking to offer court mandated services. And it's such a need, and I know how important it is to individuals. So I just want to tell you, just keep doing what you're doing. I'm following you and looking forward to meeting you in the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Now I do have another question for you real quick. I'm actually considering going back to school to get my master's in clinical mental health. Do you think that would benefit me more with the services that I'm wanting to offer?
What's your bachelor's in?
It's in organizational management, concentration in public administration, but I've always worked with individuals with behavior issues. I've been doing it about for 28 years.
What state are you in?
Florida.
I would consider, if you're interested in getting your substance abuse credential in Florida and becoming, you know, I'm not sure what it's called out there in Florida. Somebody that's in Florida, maybe you can help me put the name of the credential out there. But out here in Georgia, it's CADC or it's a CAC, and you can get that in a year. And,
okay.
And provide substance abuse services, substance abuse counseling, and also evaluations as well. It's not a bad career to tap into. Also, there's huge federal funding coming out right now for MAT services, medicated assisted treatment. That's coming down the pipeline, so that's going to be huge. So anybody that's in the substance use arena, I tell everyone to get your MAT credential ASAP to make yourself available for any potential federal funding that's coming down the pipeline.
Great, sounds good. What else? I think I'm trying to get everything out while I have you on the phone. I think that's it for now, but again, thank you for what you're doing. I'm excited, and believe me, everyone, if you don't know, if you haven't been in the criminal justice system, or even worked with the courts, it is a absolutely needed service. And they want good, productive people working that they can trust. And I know as a probation officer is important to me. And so I'm like, wait a minute, this would be a good thing for me to subline it.
Yes, you're right. I'm glad that you brought that up because they are looking for good providers. And there's a lot of providers that have retired from doing this work. And sometimes people are forced out because they're not doing good work, and you'll be blackballed if you don't do good work. So yes, you're right. They are looking for good people to start running these programs. So don't be afraid to start a program, especially if you're a new kid on the block, because they're like, thank God someone new came, because we're tired of sending these people to these old providers that are not doing what they're supposed to do, because people get comfortable and they know that they don't have any competition. They just do whatever they want, start charging whatever they want, and start extorting people. And that's what we don't want. Okay.
It's sad. Like in my office, I'm in the Central Florida area, and we probably have about a good 3 providers that we utilize. And I'm not saying they don't give good services, but again, sometimes we need a fresh start or someone who knows what the clients really need. And what I've been focusing here with lately, because with me working in a criminal justice profession for 28 years, I want to work on the end also of prevention. So reaching out to these young people and juveniles. So I've also started doing some jail tours and court services with the kids, going to the teen court program. And so I started partnering with the misdemeanor probation and also with some of our local juvenile services. And they've already referring young people to me as well.
Awesome. That's awesome. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Elaine, let's go.
Hey, Derek. Good afternoon. I apologize about not being on camera. I'm moving around, but it's great to connect. I'm an LMSW in Dallas. So I just wanted to maybe see if you had any more gems or insight as far as like the SAP portion that you were talking about in terms of doing those evaluations. And then also the Nexus ones, like so I'm under clinical, I'm under supervision for my clinical, but I do have other providers that I connect and network with that could possibly assist for those. So just wanted to get a little more insight or, any more gems that you could provide in terms of that.
Not really gems. I tell people, here's a gem. It's all about advertising on Google. If you're not findable, they cannot pay you. So you want to be connected with people that can pay you or refer to you, or like I gave the example of being inside the probation office or being next door to probation office or defense attorney. So if I was a SAP evaluator, I don't know, I would have a great relationship with a DOT testing facility, all of them.
Yeah.
So that's where the truck drivers and people are going to do their drug tests, and that's where I violate at. So I would have relationships with DOT testing sites, and that's how you would get funneled business. They can refer people to you. You can have flyers in there. You go where your clients are going, and then also provide good service. And you'd be surprised with your relationships. I get a lot of people, believe it or not, from old clients. So I get a lot of referrals from old clients. They say,
Referrals,
hey, yeah. And then also, don't underestimate the power of YouTube. YouTube, I get a ton of people off of YouTube. Advertise your services on YouTube. I get a ton of people on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is a powerful generator. Okay.
A lot of people, here's a nugget too. Put your face, put your video on everything. Let people get familiar with you. Once people get familiar with me on YouTube or my other platforms, they feel more comfortable contacting my office to speak with me and getting my services, because they probably watched me for a couple hours on YouTube. And they're comfortable.
Yeah, that's true.
So use your social media platforms to get people familiar. So if you're offering SAP evaluations or Nexus letters, advertise those services on YouTube, because remember, YouTube is the second largest search platform behind Google, and Google owns YouTube.
Right, right.
So it's the second
That's
largest
true.
search engine.
Okay.
All right.
That's
And
phenomenal. Thank you for that. Yeah.
also put your stuff in TikTok. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you for that. And then, oh, how do we connect with you? Because I know you say you're in the government space too. Is that like something you, of course, is something you offer on your website, or is that like something we should connect with you on for the VIP day?
That would be something you should connect with me on a VIP day. I do not have a course for the government space. This is something that I'm not an expert at, so I can tell you what I'm doing. I know a lot because I've been studying it for this past year, so I do know a
Yeah.
lot about it. But
Mm-hmm.
the government space is a great way to make a ton of money, and I'm talking about
Yes.
a great way. I'm talking about, you want to think about this. A lot of the people that are hitting, 8 figures, 9 figures, they're in the government.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
who has all the money to pay for your services?
Absolutely.
The
They
government.
have so much, they don't even, get to fund it because it's so much opportunity on the table that gets missed in that space.
Yeah, the government literally prints money.
Yeah, literally.
So
Absolutely.
that's why I'm diving into it.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Oh, by the way, if you guys spoke already, please put your hands down for me. Rob, let's go with Rob.
Thank you. Yeah, I think you said you personally provide A&D and SAP evals yourself. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. What, at least in Georgia, where you can speak of, what are the requirements to be able to provide those? What certification, license?
In Georgia? What type of evals are you talking about? So for initially, if you're going to be a SAP evaluator, you have to have either a CAC, CADC, LCSW, I think it's LMFT. You have to have maybe be a RN. I think I'm trying to draw my memory, but they have the requirements on NADAC.org. NADAC.org. You can look at the requirements to become a SAP. You have to have one of those credentials first. Unfortunately, if you're LPC, you cannot get it, but there's a backdoor way to get a SAP credential if you're LPC. And there's also another backdoor way for some other stuff if you're interested in becoming a SAP if you do not have those credentials. And I could show you the backdoor way if you need that. But ideally, you want to be a substance abuse counselor, and you can provide certified substance abuse counselor in the state of Georgia, and you can provide the possession charges, any evaluations for possession. If you want to provide DUI evaluations in the state of Georgia, you have to be listed on a DUI intervention program registry in the state of Georgia. And I believe that they do an application process once or twice a year. So you have to contact a DUI intervention program, and then you have to provide services in a county where there's not a lot of competition or where there's not a lot of competitors, because they have a moratorium right now in Georgia for clinical evaluators. But there's always a way around that as well. You just have to open an office in a county that doesn't have a lot of providers, and then you provide those services in that county if you want to, or you provide the services virtually and you can still be whatever. So for example, if you're in Fulton County, if you live in Fulton County, you'll open office in, I don't know, I can't think of a county right now. Let's say, I'm just making up a county in my head, like Hart County or something, and open an office there in Hart County or something like that. And then you work from your home office in Fulton County and still provide the clinical evaluation services. So
Okay,
that's
so
that.
do you do any of the evals online?
I do all my evaluations via Zoom.
Okay.
All of them. Yeah.
Good to know.
You do them from your
Okay.
cell phone, Zoom, Even Psychology Today has a platform that you can do evaluations from.
Okay, because I do have a LMFT in Tennessee, and in Tennessee, they don't allow us to do any standalone evals if there's going to be a diagnosis. They would have to be a client that we're seeing for therapy in order for us to diagnose, but
Oh, the
hopefully
one thing,
Georgia's a little different.
no. So what you do for court mandated evaluations, in my experience, there's no diagnosis required. I've never written a diagnosis. It's not required. You're just typing up if they need certain classes or not. This is for
Okay.
probation. This is not a referral. This is not a referral for a treatment program. So this is for probation. And mind you, the people that are reading your evaluations are not clinicians. So you need to
Okay.
get all technical and a whole bunch of jargon. Yeah. There's no need for
Okay.
that.
Perfect. That answers
They
my
don't
question.
they don't even know what that stuff means. They're like, what's this? You know?
Okay, so you don't need a diagnosis for these.
No, they don't know, ACE, they don't know DSM-5 codes and all that stuff. And yeah, you ain't gotta do all that.
Okay, good
You
to
don't
know.
have to you don't
Thank
have to get all nerdy on them if you don't want.
Okay.
Because my
Perfect.
evaluations, when I first started, man, my evaluations used to be like 7 and 10 pages. Man, my evaluations now like 2.5 pages, if that.
Okay.
I'm keeping it super simple, and I'm flipping them bad boys like pancakes. So I'm telling you, yeah, you ain't got to do all that. Trust me. Once you start doing it, you're like, God, is that easy? You're like, I can't believe I'm getting paid for this.
Well,
Yeah.
that's encouraging. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And what you do is you have a template. So if you guys are in my level 2 program or level 1, yeah, you'll see the templates that I have. And you don't reinvent the wheel. You just copy, paste, change the name, change the date, change the recommendation. That's it. That's what I use every day. I use templates. So I'm not
I
typing
love that.
things from scratch. I have a template for everything.
I love that.
You got
Perfect.
it?
Thank you.
There you go. All right. Who's next? Miss Ellis? And then I'm going, I think, to Miss Lucas next, I think. So Miss Ellis, Mrs. Ellis, excuse me.
Hey, Derek, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. A lot of good information here. Thank you very much for it. I think I have so many questions, it's ridiculous. But I am a LMSW in Dallas Fort Worth. I'm currently working on my LCSW. I just have to go test. I've done all of my hours and all of that. But I have previously done vocational evaluations for Texas Workforce Commission. I had a contract with them doing that as far as employment services, as well as supported employment provided for those with autism. I am also a certified diagnostician in the state of Texas, and I do contract with school districts, and I evaluate students for disabilities.
Hold on.
In
Hold on. What state are you in?
Texas,
Can I have your email, please?
yes, it is Denise.Ellis #2 @gmail.com.
Okay. I know some people that need your services.
Okay, awesome. And I was gonna say, you just triggered my brain a little bit ago. I have a friend that's an LPC who has been sending some clients to me for evaluations. And I had a young man who was going through court, and he was intellectually disabled, which means his IQ was very low. His mom came to me because he's, out of school and needed to have an evaluation to show where his cognitive abilities are today. And I actually evaluated him and wrote that up. And I'm thinking, you're just saying this right now. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's something that I could be doing through the courts, and hadn't even thought about it, to be honest. So I was just, it's kind of triggered my brain then. But as far as the other evaluations that you mentioned, my areas of concentration are mental health and substance abuse. And my substance abuse side, I have not tapped into at all just yet. As far as mental health, I was working for a private practice, doing mental health therapy there. But my question is, the program that you said that's coming up, and I couldn't tell if you said it was called MAPS or MATS, MATS.
Yes, MATS.
Okay, okay. Because I definitely want to look into that, and then of course the evaluations that you have as well. Now I do, you know, some substance abuse, of course, evaluations through the therapy practice, but this is something different. So I'm definitely interested in your courses, and we'll be looking those up. But I just wanted to, and I think you've already answered the question, credentials are not necessarily needed, but are a better way to market yourself.
Yeah, your license is what makes you qualified.
Okay,
Your license
okay.
is what makes you qualified, hands down. So you're good to go. You're a licensed professional. You already know what you're doing. You can get so certifications are good. They're not needed if you're already licensed. I just tell people to get the certifications if as an extra boost, but also if you don't know how to teach the course and not familiar with the content, because the last thing you want to do is teach an anger management course and not know what you're talking about and not truly know how to help people, because your true expertise is evaluations. Also, I recommend, I should, I tell people, if you're in the evaluation space, scale that. I tell people to
Okay.
I tell people to scale it. I mean, if I know what I know now, back then, I would just literally do evaluations and just scale it. It just
Yeah,
totally.
there's money in it, let me tell you, because just the independent ones that I do, I mean, that could be one of them could be my salary for the week.
There you go.
So
Vocational.
yes.
You said it when she said vocational. I'm like, yeah. And
Yeah.
the autism, psh, man, and people are willing to pay out of pocket for that stuff.
And yeah, and they have that's what I'm saying. It's money to be made out there.
Yeah, my youngest son, he has autism, and I mean, if they told me he had to pay $5,000 for his evaluation, I would have paid it. I'd have totally paid it, not a problem.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's no problem. You're welcome. And by the way, guys, if you guys want to sign up for any of the courses or the VIP day, the link is in the chat, okay? If you guys want to do that. All right. Miss Lucas, and then I'm going to Tanya next.
Hello. I came to this course late. Someone sent me the email and I didn't see that it was EST, and I'm in Texas. So I missed a lot. So my first question is, will you be doing another information session like this?
I probably will. What I'll try to do, if you guys want to learn more, I'll try to put something. I'll put it on the Facebook group after it gets done recording. I'll put it on the Facebook group. So just follow Diversion Center on Facebook, and then I'll post it on there. I'll probably keep it up for like a week and then delete it. So if you missed anything, you guys can watch the recording or the replay on the Diversion Center Facebook group.
Okay, that was my first question. And you talked about LPCs. There was a back door for being able to SAP train.
Yes.
What is that back door?
Yeah, you can definitely so the back doorway is to get dang, what's the other one? I can't think of the other one right now.
LCDC in Texas.
No, I'm trying to think of the other one. I can't think of it right now. But I have a credential. It's called
EAP?
There you go. It's EAP. You become an EAP.
I'm an EAP.
And oh, you are. There you go. Then now you can apply.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're good to go. You get your EAP credential, and by the way, a lot of people don't know this, but if you have your EAP credential, I shouldn't even tell you guys this, but this is top secret stuff. But I'm gonna tell you anyway because y'all cool. You can advertise nationwide for your SAP services with the EAP credential. Because EAP, that's national and international.
Wow. And
So
I had one other question.
that's a game changer for you.
That is. And in terms of, I guess, the evaluation piece, are there any other evaluation that you know of that LPCs can do?
I mean, I would refer to Denise. I'm sure she can tell you about some other stuff because she sounds like she knows some
Yeah.
about some stuff. I know there's forensic evaluations. I think someone in here we talked about earlier, she does sex offenders. I would talk to her about that. There's some evaluations for those, forensic evaluations, sex offender evaluations, mental health evaluations. I did not talk about that. People need evaluations to see if they need mental health treatment for while they're on probation. What else? Anger management, next PTS, vocational education evaluation. There's all kinds of stuff, but make sure that immigration evaluation, just make sure that you're trained in it.
Yeah, I
as
did
well.
for the courts, and when I lived in Houston, so it's still Texas, but I did the anger management and parenting through court mandated. And I guess and I did a couple of different trainings for parenting and some for anger management. So yeah, that's something else to get back into. Thank you.
There's also bariatric evaluations, and there's also what's that evaluation where you need an animal in your home? Somebody help me out.
Support animal, it's an the
ESA
support letter.
trainings.
Yeah, support animal. Yeah. Yeah. So there's all kinds of stuff out there. It's all kinds. And then also just use ChatGPT. Say, hey, ChatGPT, what kind of evaluations can I provide as an LPC? And it'll spit out all the different evaluations. And if you want to take it further, say, hey, ChatGPT, type up a sample mental health evaluation for me, and it'll type one up for you.
Thank you.
Yes, awesome. Tanya.
Oh, thank you, Derek. It's awesome that you said that because I was killing that. The chat GPA. Uh-huh. So, question for you. If we already purchased your business in a box, how do we meet to get assistance? How do I do it? Do I just send you a message? Don't know. Don't remember what you told me.
Well,
Last month, I think.
Are you in level 1 or level 2?
I think that's the level 2 I did. Business in a box.
Oh, so you're in level 1 or so if you're in level 2, just call the office and schedule an appointment to meet with me. And then we'll meet with you. And then we'll do a one-on-one. And if you're and if you guys want to come to the VIP, you can sign up for the VIP day. But yeah, if you're in level 2, just call the office and they'll schedule a time and date for you to meet with me and we'll get it done.
Oh, so do we get opportunity to meet with you once a month?
No, you get to meet with me twice. So 2 times, only twice.
Oh,
We'll meet on Zoom.
Oh, well, that settled the headache. Because I changed the LLC to a nonprofit before merging, before starting everything. And I just have a few questions because I'm in Florida and my current credential is registered mental health counselor because I need to figure out how to pass this exam, which is coming up. But I also have my MCAP, which is the substance abuse. Thing here in Florida is that MCAP doesn't stand alone, right? To cover the umbrella of substance abuse counseling, nor mental health counseling. It's not a standalone. So I currently still work under the supervision of a licensed clinical supervisor. So maybe you brainstorm until we meet the answer to this question. How do I cover myself under the nonprofit using my supervisor's credential moving forward if I wanted to conduct substance abuse counseling? That's why I said in the future. It's a hard question.
Let me think about that one. I'll come back to you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll come back. That's something I got to think about. Hey, Tanya, check this out.
Yes, sir.
Ask ChatGPT, See if it comes with an
I
answer.
did. I did a bunch of research. And I got it the business registered yesterday, finally.
Yes.
Because when I attempt on Tuesday, motor vehicle told me that I have to have all the licensed credential persons license to submit to them.
Yeah.
So I got my supervisor's license, went back on Friday. The next one said, no, you don't need it. I'm like, do I or do I not?
All right. So I would talk to your clinical and supervisor, and this is my statement for everyone, including Tanya. This is how I live my life. Bear with me. I tell people ask for forgiveness, not for permission. Because if you ask for permission, the answer is always going to be no. So this is how I run my life. It's worked for me for forever. So I would make sure that you're not violating any ethics, because you have to protect your license at all costs. But I would definitely talk to your clinical supervisor, and I would definitely talk to your board and ask them that question and get an answer from them. And then
I did.
Okay. And what they say?
And I did. They said because it's not a standalone.
Okay.
Right? But what they don't tell me is if she's covering, how does it work? Because she's covering me and has been covering me. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. If anyone has an answer, put the answer in the chat. I don't know the answer to that. Everyone, if you guys know an answer, please put the answer in the chat for her.
Number 2 question and last question, if that's okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So I am a semester away from my DHA. So that's a doctoral degree in healthcare administration. And I also did the research, and I know that with that doctoral degree, I'm pretty much clear to do anything, any clinical facility, so on and so forth. So with that, with even my doctoral degree, without my licensed mental health status, I can still do any evaluation needed.
No. You need to be licensed. Somebody got me on speaker.
Grab your shirt and your pants.
Hold on, who is that?
Nicole.
There we go. Sorry about that. You definitely want to be licensed.
Okay. Well, no other questions. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely want to be licensed or certified. Let me see. Yeah.
But I'm certified, Derek. I'm a certified substance abuse counselor. That's the MCAP.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as you're a certified counselor in your state, you can do the evaluations, no problem.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
All right, here we go. Josh, let's do it, Josh. Come on now.
Hey, I wasn't going to ask this question because I've been seeing on Facebook ever since about last year or so when it came out. People go back and forth on it, but you mentioned it earlier with the EAP. I'm a ICADC. I'm working on getting the NADAC, National Certified Addiction Counselor, the NCAC.
Yeah.
What is your take on what DOT put out about the geographical locations, with specifically the ICDAC and NCAC?
My take is let DOT tell you can't do it. Don't listen to other clinicians that don't know what they're talking about.
Thank you. Okay.
Hear it from the horse's mouth, then make a decision.
Yes, sir.
You know, I've been audited 3 times, no problems.
And I got audited by the railroad one, and I didn't say anything to them. I gave them everything they asked for, and then at the end they said, "Oh, Mr. Perry, by the way, because of your credential, you can see people anywhere in the state. Just want you to know that." I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But of course, trying to read on Facebook and get clarification. They're going back and forth, and
I know what people you're talking about, and I know what group you're talking about. just ignore them.
All right. Thank you.
Ignore them. Don't fall for that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Because what people do, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you guys what a lot of people do. A lot of people will try to scare you out of your money,
Yeah.
and they'll try to how do I say trick you and say, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that, and they're over there doing it themselves, and they're trying to stop you from being their competition. So there's a lot of fear tactics and fear mongering, and they're trying to manipulate you with fear. On, oh, you're going to get audited, and the auditor is going to come and do this. Yeah, please. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Trust me. I want to say something so bad right now, but I have to say it in private. I can't say it on this platform, but you have, all I say this, you have nothing to worry about. I'll say that. And then one day I'll tell you in private, hopefully, what I'm thinking, if you can remember me. But you have nothing to worry about. Don't listen to those people. They're full of it.
Thanks, sir.
And none of them, by the way, work for the DOT or the FMCSA.
Okay.
So stop it. Yeah. Yes. Anyone else? I see some hands. Rob, did you go?
I did have one other question if you got a chance.
Yes.
You said you do like a 70-30 split with contractors who do evals that you don't offer. Are they contractors that are working inside your organization or just in their own offices?
They work, they don't work within my organization. I have Amy, she's an LPC. She works out of her home. And how it works is the client will call our office and they will schedule an appointment. They will pay us 30%. We'll take a 30% deposit, and then they will pay Amy the 70%.
Okay, so they contact you guys first.
Yes, and then we'll schedule the appointment with Amy, and then the client is responsible for paying Amy the 70% directly. So she gets paid directly from them. Also, if the client does not show up with Amy for some reason and they just whatever, we give Amy that 30%.
Okay.
So she's not wasting her time. So she's going to always get paid regardless. So if the client, doesn't show up on her or whatever, but that never happens. It probably happened maybe one time, and then we just gave her the 30% and it was move on. Also, by the way, I failed to mention everyone. If you guys want to sign up for level 1, level 2, or the VIP day, it is a buy now, pay later option. Okay, so you do not have to pay now. We have financing through Affirm, Klarna, and Afterpay. So I'm not just talking about it, I'm preaching it, I'm actually doing it. So if you guys want to use Klarna, Afterpay, or Affirm, you do not have to pay everything up front if you guys want to get access to level 1, level 2, or even level 3. All right. Or the VIP day. And also, once again, if you buy the level 2, you get access to the VIP as well. And I'm going to meet with you guys once a week for 3 months on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. If you guys want to join me at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays to get some coaching. And also you'll have access to me for one-on-ones for 2 sessions on Zoom. What else? Antoinette, let's go.
Well, thank you. I just wanted to ask, do you have any suggestions for registering your business? Should it be sole proprietorship? Should it be a nonprofit, or it's for profit? So I'm just wondering how that works.
Ideally, you want to get it registered as an LLC, and then eventually, if you want to, you can swap that into an S corp. That's my recommendation. Definitely do not do sole proprietorship. Definitely start off with an LLC, and then if you want to, definitely switch to an S corp. And talk to your tax advisor or accountant about that. I'm not a tax expert, but I'm an S corp.
Okay.
I also have a nonprofit on the side for other reasons. So you can have a nonprofit on the side, you can have an S corp. I recommend an S corp, but because you save money on taxes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you don't pay. Yeah, get out of taxes. Get out of paying that corporate tax. But talk to your accountant. Don't refer to me because I want y'all mad at me. But I'm just telling you what I am. I'm an S corp, and I also have a nonprofit on the side, the Gifted and Lit Foundation.org. And by the way, I don't know if you guys know this. I also a lot of people, reason I tell people to start the court mandated business is because I was able to fund my dream businesses. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I have another business called giftedandlit.com. So it's an animation company that I started. So I use my court mandated money to fund giftedandlit.com to create cartoons and educational programs for children. So that's why I tell people, hey, you can fund your dreams by doing this. You know, let's say you have another business that you want to fund and it's hard to get funding from investors and all that. I just use my court mandated money and fund my other business. I'm like, I'm not asking nobody for help. I'm just going to help myself, take that money, fund Gifted and Lit, and then use Gifted and Lit to do the stuff that I want to do within the community and do some things that I've always dreamed about. So it gets to a point to where instead of asking for a seat at the table, you create your own table.
Yes.
Derek, I'm sorry. I don't know how to raise my hand, so I just have a quick question. What is MRT?
MRT is Moral Recognition Therapy. It is a 24-week program that was created by Corrections Counseling, Inc. It is a program that's been used in the jails and probation for a very long time. We charge $50 per class for that program. It's a 24-week program. And I think the total cost for everyone to complete our program is about $600, but they have to do it for 24 weeks. And we offer that on Zoom as well. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. There's not a lot of MRT providers providing Zoom services that could be leveraged for you as well, because I've been eating off that for the past 3 or 4 years because MRT providers are not providing it on Zoom. So I find a hole in the marketplace and then I fill that hole. So you guys can do the same thing if that's what you guys want to do. And anyone here can get that certification, by the way. And to get that certification, you have to go through Corrections Counseling, Inc. to get that certification, offer that class. Also, if you have that certification, you can get access to potential contracts with federal probation. But make sure if you get offered a contract or people reach out to you, make sure that it is beneficial for you and your agency, meaning it has to make financial sense. Don't just sign a contract because you're happy that somebody approached you with it, because you can get a contract and not make no money with that contract. So make sure that it's beneficial. Make sure that you're going to make a certain amount of money guaranteed. So
you said Correctional Counseling, Inc.?
Correctional Counseling, Inc. Yes, that is correct.
Okay. And so MRT is Moral Recognition Therapy?
Yes, Moral Recognition Therapy.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes. Questions, ask away, y'all. I'm here. Ask them now.
Derek, will you be posting this this recording, or sending us a copy of this recording?
I'm gonna post it on my Facebook page. So if you go to the Diversion Center on Facebook, the Diversion Center Facebook page, I'll post it on there. I'll have it up there for a week and then I'll take it off.
All right, thank you.
Yes, let's get it.
You have to have purchased one of the programs to become a member of the Facebook group. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So if you're purchase level 1 and it has to be level 1 or level 2 or level 3 or at least a VIP day to get access, because there's literally 5 years worth of stuff in there. Little 5 years worth of videos. Very valuable information in there. Very valuable information in there.
Can you hear me?
I have a
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Me? Oh, okay, thank you. So, just having technical difficulty. So I just want to be clear because I'm not 100% clear. So as a LMSW, I cannot provide SAP evaluations. Is that correct?
Yes, you can. You can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can.
You can.
Who is that?
Okay, the next
Who's
question.
that?
Me?
I'm hearing an echo.
I'm hearing the echo.
I'm
Do
in my
y'all hear
car.
the echo?
I don't know.
Or am I
Y'all hear
correct?
the echo? Or am I correct?
Am I schizophrenic?
Am I schizophrenic?
You might be, but I do hear the
No,
echo
you
also.
might
But I do hear the echo
It could be my air conditioner. I don't know what to tell you. It might be me.
Okay, ask your question. Sorry.
Okay, ask your question. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. So my next question is, so to do evaluations, we will learn how to do that through at least your level 1 program.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, to learn how to teach classes, we will learn that through your level 1 program?
Level 2.
Level 2.
Level 2. Okay, and then average dollar amount. I heard you earlier say about $200 per evaluation. Is that accurate across the board? Because another young lady says she did evaluations and it was like her whole salary for the week. So that's a big disparity. So I'm trying to understand the financial investment. Well, not the investment, but the return.
Oh, she does special evaluation.
She does special evaluation. So
turn through your speaker through your
turn through your speaker through
are you
your
in your car?
Are you in your car?
I'm in my car, but if I turn my car off, I'm in Texas. I'm gonna fry right in front of you.
No, not your car off, but turn
No,
off.
not your car off, but turn off your speaker.
I don't know how to do that. Let me figure it out.
Bro.
But you can ask, those are all my questions. So I'll come.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna answer your question. I just muted you real quick. Here's the thing. I assume that you probably missed the first half of the presentation. So if you missed the first half, you can watch it or you watch the whole thing. Well, the evaluations range from about $150 to, I mean, it can go up to, I've seen as high as $2,500 for certain evaluations. It all depends on what type of evaluations that you do. So I showed you guys how to make, you can make $100,000, $200,000 a year easy, just doing a couple evaluations a day. There's specialized evaluations that, of course, are going to be like 2,500. If you're doing stuff for like autism, education, vocational evaluation, stuff like that, of course, they're going to be high. There's mental health evaluations, there's forensic evaluations, it's all depending on what you charge. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, you set the price. So whatever you feel that is worth. For example, when I first started this business, there was a guy, he's retired now, but the going rate for evaluations when I started was $95 for substance abuse evaluations. When I started business 11 years ago, that was the rate out here. That was the going rate for evaluations in Georgia, 95. He charged $300 a pop. This was 11 years ago. That was his rate. That's all he did. And he was getting funneled from defense attorneys. He set his rate. Your rate is your rate. So whatever you feel like what you're worth, that's what you charge. I do things different depending on business. Okay. So you guys can do things different depending on business. Some people, they're sticklers with their rate. So for example, let's say you provide mental health evaluations. Some people say my mental health evaluations are $800 no matter what. That's it. End of story. If you don't want to pay me $800, you don't pay me $800, you go somewhere else. But then there's evaluators like myself that be like, you know what? It's slow right now. This month I'm running a special. Evaluations are now $600. I will switch the price in a minute to get the flow coming in, you know? So that's business. But some people are like, I ain't changing it. It is what it is. So it's up to you. It's your business, but do the math. I love doing the millionaire math. And I'm like, hold on. So if I do, you know, 4 evaluations at $200 a pop, you know, that's gonna make me $800 for the day. If I just do 4 of those a day for the next, 300 days, I'm gonna make, I don't know, between $300,000 and $400,000 for the year. Okay, I can do that. So do what makes sense for you. Your model could be I'm gonna just do evaluations. Or your model could be, I'm gonna do evaluations and offer classes. Or your model could be, I just offer classes. Or your model could be, I just offer classes and then I sub out all the evaluations. There's so many ways to do this business, but evaluations are the fastest way to get rich. I hope that helps. Let's see, AJ, and then I'm going to Priscilla.
I think Priscilla had her hand up first. I'm
Oh, she
willing
did?
to defer.
Okay. Priscilla.
Hey, so my question is, for me to start doing this business, do I need to start with the LLC first? Do I need to go and start doing all this filing, or can I first start by myself and once the flow comes in, do the LLC?
Y'all gonna get me in trouble. Do the LLC.
Okay.
Get your
And
LLC.
then, okay. And then the PowerPoint and all that stuff, you're gonna provide it for us, and then I can just change my name and my business name.
Great question. Also, yeah, I forgot to mention, everyone that's in level 1 and level 2 or level 3, you guys will get access to all my workbooks, and you can take my name off and put your name as your own and sell the books as your own. I forgot to mention that. That's another income generating tool. So you take my books. This is what you guys do. You take my books, you reprint the books. If you want to change stuff that's in the book, you can change it. You can take my name off of it, put your name on it as your own, and then sell them to your clients. You take them to a book printer and you say, hey, you come up with a cover for your workbooks. You can go to fiverr.com and have someone create a cover for your books, or you can go to Canva and create it yourself if that's what you want to do, and create your own book covers, and then print those books out, and then you sell them to your clients. I sell my books for $30 a pop. So all my books I sell. So I'm a best-selling author that no one knows. So for the past 10 years, I've been selling my workbooks to clients. So all my books are $30 a pop. Everyone's required to have a book in class. We mail them the books if needed. We charge a $20 mailing fee if we have to mail them their books if they live out of town, because I do have clients in like Texas and Florida. So we'll mail them their books. So if their book is $30, they're paid a $20 mailing fee. So they pay $50, we mail it to them. So they have their books for class when they hop on the Zoom call. So yes, you guys can use my books. You can rebrand them, reprint them, resell them. And then also you'll get PowerPoints for, I believe, shoplifting and anger management in the portal in the Business in the Box level 1 and level 2.
Are you ready for me?
AJ, let's do it, AJ.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm learning so much. I have filled up so many pages of notes. So here's my question. For those of us who, like, for instance, I'm an LPC, I have experience in criminal justice and in education. And this is information overload in the most positive way. So is there a class or is it part of your level 1 where you kind of guide us on which of these programs might be best based on our current credentials, or kind of how to help us figure out, do we go this way, that way? There's so much that's possible, just kind of narrowing that down.
Well, yeah, that's I recommend you getting the level 2. And then if you get the level 2, you'll get the VIP day with me. And then we'll also get the weekly coaching calls with me on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. And then you'll also get the 2 one-on-ones with me. So I can guide you, because one of the things that people lack, they lack support and they lack a mentor to help them. Because I mean, especially if you're first starting, it's kind of like, well, where do I go? How do I do it? I don't know what to do. But ideally, I tell people, figure out what is it that you really want? Do you want freedom? Do you want flexibility? Do you want to manage a team? So if that's not something that you're interested in, I say, hey, evaluations is your route. I'm telling you guys, evaluations is my jam. If you don't want to deal with people, you can even get a call service to answer your phone calls. Oh yeah, I have a call service that works for me. I have my front line of defense. This is for the VIP day. I should have said this is mainly for the VIP day, but I'll tell you guys, like I said, whatever. It's my first time doing this. My first line of defense is I have a call center answering my high ticket calls, so I don't miss any phone calls. 24/7, 365. I don't care if it's a holiday. They call my office, my call center is getting that call, and then they send me an email. They send me an email and then also a message in my app on my cell phone that lets me know, hey, this person called me. This person is interested in this service. Please call them back, even if I'm out. So a team member of mine can call them back, or I can call them and get a hold of them. And you can run it like that. You can literally have a call service, and then you don't even have to deal with hiring a receptionist. You can have 100 receptionists working for you on call.
Okay, that's a great tip. Thank you.
Yeah. But when they call you, if you're going to be the one scheduling it, because they have call centers that probably can take the payment for you and process everything, but they charge by the minute. So I'll be in charge of that. I'll take the money, I'll handle the processing and all that stuff. But if you're doing stuff like that, I would recommend you use a call center. They funnel the calls to you, answer the phone calls, so you're not missing a thing.
Okay, can I ask you, what else do you automate? It sounds like you have some systems set up pretty well. Is that part of the level 2?
I use AI a lot. I use AI a lot.
Okay.
I definitely use. Hey, I gotta hold back. I want to say something, but y'all gotta come to the VIP day. You want to come to the VIP day? I use AI a lot. I'll just say that I use AI a lot. I believe in leverage. So you guys leverage what you have. And I know I'm being general right now, but I can't really say what I want to say. That's stuff for like VIP day, or you'll learn some of this stuff in level 2. But the VIP day is where I'm going to answer everything, and really I'm holding back right now. But yeah, I leverage a lot. So start off small, and I'm telling you, you can make a great living just starting off small. And then if you decide you want to do more, then you decide you could do more. But I personally believe in freedom, flexibility, and taking care of my family, to where my kids worry for nothing and they don't want for anything, and establishing money for my retirement, because we can't not do this forever. I'm not going to work forever. And just not being overwhelmed. Okay. Because my mental health is important.
Absolutely. One last question, really quick one. The Business in a Box level 2 page says one-time payment. Is there a flexible payment option for that one?
Yes, they're all flexible. So if you go to the checkout, you'll see it'll ask you other payment options, and you'll see the different opportunities available for Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm. If you do that, if you click that button, you'll see it once you see it or click on it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Yes. Grace.
Good evening, everybody. I'm in California, so it's good morning over here. But Derek, I have a question. So I'm already a provider, and we're providing domestic violence and parenting through the courts and through parole. However, I'm looking to scale up my business and expand my brand. And through the process, because we started booming right after COVID, we were the only providers that were actually doing groups while everybody was shut down. I had a tech savvy teenager got me on Zoom, and we were providing services. And next thing you know, I have all these other providers wanting to know how we were staying in business. So during the process, we were doing things manually, recording the attendance manually. And then a blessing in disguise, I ran across a retired computer programmer. He set up a database for me. We sat like maybe 12, 15 hours, and now I have a database that he designed for our agency called Genesis. And so now I'm wanting to introduce Genesis to other providers, because if you're in this market and you start to expand and grow, you're definitely going to need a way to keep track of attendance reports and those absences. And so at a finger touch, I'm able to, Derek, send out a report to probation, but I feel kind of stagnant now. I feel like I'm at a point where now I want to take my brand and extend it. So I'm basically looking for a mentor for where I'm at now.
Oh, wow. Dang. Dang, that's awesome. Number one, that's awesome. I'm going to say that's awesome, because I'm using I just started adopting a CRM software called Keep that we're using for our business. This has a lot of automations in it. It's something brand new that we're using, so we're just diving into that. But I think I'm not an expert in that space, advertising software, so I'm not your guy for that.
Okay.
But there's opportunities depending on who you talk to. Like I know the government needs some stuff. I know. Give me your information, and I want to. What's your email?
Okay. So it's info at time, the number 2, change dv.com.
So Pine, Pine.
Time, TIME,
Oh,
the number 2, and then change.
okay.
D as in David, V as in Victor.com.
I'll email you.
Okay.
I'll email you. Let me think about that some more, because that's not my expertise, like advertising software. But the first thing that comes to mind is like, hey, I'm running Facebook ads. I'm running Facebook ads advertising my software to other clinicians, because it doesn't have to be court mandated providers. Also, I know what I could do. We could do it. We call it joint venture or joint venture.
Okay.
And we could do a split, meaning a joint venture, meaning I send it out to my email list and say, hey, anybody that purchases this program will get, we'll make a special offer for them. And then they say, we'll split it 50-50. Say, hey, give me 50% of the sales, whatever we make off of it, and go from there. But I would run Facebook ads. I would use other people's traffic, meaning do a joint venture with people and say, hey, you have an audience of this many people. We'll do a 50-50 split, and I'll sell my software to your audience, and then do a split with them. And that's
Okay.
that's how I would do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do I know if I'm a level 1 or level 2? If I'm here today, does that mean I'm a level 1?
Oh, no, no, no. You can purchase a level 1 program, or you can purchase
Oh,
a
okay.
2 program, and then
Okay.
or you can purchase a level 3 program. So if you're interested in that, we have those offers available if you're interested in purchase and
Yeah.
expanding your services since you're already doing it. And then also, uh, dang, you're actually, I don't want to say too much, but you could also consider yourself a software company, and then you can get more funding because you consider yourself a software company as opposed to a therapy practice to get more funding from the banks and things of that nature. But that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, you're on your way. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's been a, how can I say, it's been a journey, but like you, I was a stay-home mom. And here's my story in 2 minutes. I was a stay-home mom, married for 20 years. This is my testimony, so to speak. And I ended up going through a divorce after 20 years and facilitating Derek. That's how I was able to work part-time, make full-time pay. And then what happened is I had an opportunity to grow, and I just took the risk and started this business. And this is how I sustain myself, my children. So there's a lot of things that I don't know, that I consider myself green, needing a mentor still. However, it's like I'm doing it and I'm loving it because it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
So I'm really enjoying it. But I have all these ideas. I just don't know how to execute them. Like I have anger management in Spanish that I've been getting asked to run. And so now I have the curriculum that, we wrote, but now I want to promote it on what do they call it, e-commerce, but I don't know how. You know what I mean? So stuff like that.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm needing a mentor for.
So what I would do, we're gonna talk.
Okay.
You need a long-term, like that's my level 3 program where I
Level
talk
3.
about, yeah, where we talk about business stuff one-on-one.
Okay.
So I share with you the stuff that I'm doing. So if you want me to, we'll talk. I'll shoot you an email and I'll give
Okay.
you the different options. And because I do have a Shopify store. I don't know if you guys have been on my Shopify store, my private label workbooks, privatelabelworkbook.com. So I have a Shopify store for my workbooks. I do have a Spanish anger management workbook coming out pretty soon, as well as it'll be in Spanish and domestic violence, anger management, and substance abuse. That'll be coming out soon. So I'll be selling that on there. I also have giftedlit.com, my other business, where I sell stuff for my other business. So I can definitely show you how to open up a Shopify store or even sell digital products as well as online courses on your website if you want to do that as well. So there's a ton of opportunity for you, but you just have to be willing to invest and spend some money. That's the thing. You got to be willing to invest and just put money behind it, because you're going to lose money at first trying to figure stuff out. But once you get your audience logged, like tied in, you'll be good to go. You got to get them locked in though. Once you figure out that Facebook advertising stuff, if that's what you want to do. And you can also do YouTube ads. There's TikTok ads. There's all kinds of different platforms you can use. But try to get free audience at first.
Free audience. Okay. Yeah. See, that's the direction. So that's your level 2 or 3.
Level. I'll talk to you about it in level 2 or level 3.
Okay.
A long term, if you want long term, that's level 3. But we'll talk about it either way.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Also, like the benefit of level 3 is like you get access to, I have access to I'm in the mastermind group. So I have access to a mastermind group of all these different professionals that I can tap in and plug into and say, hey, I have this person that needs help. Can you give me ideas about this? So I'm tapped into a lot of different people that are experts at what they do.
Sounds good. Yeah. I'm going to be tapping into the Spanish speaking community with the domestic violence, with theft, with, parenting and all that. So there's not too much of a market for it online. So
You're right. And what city are you in? Because I'm from California originally.
it's Sacramento.
Oh, okay. I'm from Bakersfield, California.
Oh, Baker Central Valley. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm a provider in Northern California and in Central California. But I'm coming for Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Jose. So we've had this database for the last 2 years, and I wanted to work out all the kinks and everything, and we're at that point. So now I'm going for those bigger counties demographics.
Got you. Real quick, how did you find me?
I believe social media, as a matter of fact. Yeah, social media.
Yeah, cool. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. And my husband and I, we were the only facilitators. We were running 2 classes, and we went now up to 26 facilitators running, you could imagine how many classes. Each facilitator runs about 2 to 3 classes. So I need a mentor basically to prepare me for giving birth to another, how can I say, another chapter. So I'm not sure if I need to get like a whole different director, for San Diego, Los Angeles, and San Jose, because obviously I can't be at these 3 places at the same time. So I'm looking to execute like a business plan for all this, but I'm going to need key people. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm needing help.
I'm gonna shoot you an email. We'll talk.
Okay.
We'll talk. All right, let me see. Yes. Siobhan.
Hey, AJ pretty much asked the question that I was going to ask. But I'm in Florida. I'm an LCSW. I've been following you for a little bit on Instagram, saw some of your TikTok videos, but I'm just trying to figure out, I use the word leverage, and I love that word. It's just me. I'm in private practice. I specialize in trauma with my clients, any past trauma, anxiety, depression. So I'm just trying to figure out, I guess another niche for me right now is trauma, but you mentioned like I could do evaluations and I can do groups, or I can source out people to do evaluations and do 70-30. So I guess for me, I'm just trying to figure out like what direction as a mental health therapist to take moving forward.
Decide what you want to do and how you want to do it, and what works best for your personality and your time. That's the thing I say, because like if you want your time back, do evaluations. If you want to make an impact, teach a whole bunch of classes and do evaluations. It all depends on what you want to do, how you want to do it, and you can schedule it a certain way to where it makes sense for you. For example, like when I first started my program, I was doing classes like, I did all my classes in one day. So every Wednesday we had classes. So every Wednesday night, and by the way, Mondays are a bad day to have classes. Never do a class on Monday. Wednesdays, because they fall on holidays. Mondays fall on holidays a lot. So Wednesday night class, I would knock all my classes out on Wednesday night and then probably do a class on Saturday and then be done. So, but you gotta remember, people are calling you at different times and different days to sign up. So it has to make sense for you. Now, the stage in the game where I'm at, and I'm gonna talk to Grace about this later, is you have to decide what's more important to you, your time or freedom or money. Me, it's my time. I care more about time than money at this stage of the game. So I'm all about time and freedom and spending time with my children. Before I had children, I was like, I'm going to get this money. But now I'm like, time. So,
Right.
and then also flexibility. I love to travel. I don't know if you guys see my videos where I'm in Brazil and I'm in freaking Dominican Republic and Colombia and all this other stuff, doing this stuff. Like, I love to travel. So I want to have freedom to do what I want to do and how I want to do it. So I'm like, I'm in Colombia doing evaluations. I'm in Brazil doing evaluations, you know, on my, hey, I need some money real quick. Let me go ahead and open up this laptop. Let's knock it out. It's only take me 2 or 3 hours to knock this stuff out, then go back to my vacation. So you decide what you want to do. I always recommend evaluations. That's my go-to. That's how I got rich. So I'm always going to say evaluations.
Okay. And that's kind of like where I am right now. I just became an empty nester. So I spent, most of my time raising my girls. My last one, she just moved out the house. So my time, like it's more open. So because I don't have to run 1,000 errands that you do when you have kids and stuff like that, so it's just me now. And I love to travel as well. Me working in private practice has allowed me to do that. I'm very flexible. I set my schedule how I set it, and then I just go, so I guess for me, I'm wanting to add another source of income, or eliminate getting out of private practice and doing the one-on-one, because I've been doing it since 2018, and I don't want to do it forever. So I'm just wanting to tap into something new and expand more, and also keep my freedom, because I love traveling. I spontaneously, when my last daughter moved out on Wednesday, I spontaneously booked a trip to Cuba. I was like, you know what, my last daughter's out of the house, let me go and kind of just reflect a little bit on raising these kids, and just go do my thing, so yeah, so I want my time and my freedom. I have to have that, which is why I'm in private practice. But yeah, so I guess just figuring out what's next. But I do love the evaluation idea, and I'm not opposed to the classes. I have office space where I'm located in Tampa, and I can provide in person or virtual. I can do both. I can be hybrid, so I'll have that opportunity. So yeah, I guess just trying to figure out some direction. So like how Grace was saying, and everybody else, needing a mentor, because that's what my struggle is, and I'm sure that you've picked up on that with while working in this industry. People need that support. So
Yes, I'll be happy to mentor you and anybody else that's interested in getting a mentor or a guide, that you need help to, figure things out. But also, I want to say this, guys, and everyone here, it's very important for you guys not to get the golden handcuffs. You guys know what I mean by that? You do not want the golden handcuffs, meaning you're making money, but you can't do anything. You're making money, but you can't go anywhere. You're making money, but you don't have time for yourself or your family. I don't want that for you guys. So I'm a big advocate in saying, hey, don't set yourself up. Make sure you set yourself up in a position to where you're making money, you're taking care of yourself, you're doing the things that you want to do, but you're also free to do whatever you want to do, because that's important too. Don't be like some of the providers I know that are out here that cannot leave. They're so worried about making money that they just do not leave. They don't go on vacation. But then that's when their cortisol levels go up and they start having these health problems, and they're on dialysis, high blood pressure, diabetes. I don't know if I'm gonna tell them myself, after the pandemic, I gained 40 pounds. I put on like 40 pounds. I was big as hell. And then I had to I was like, I need to fix this, because I was like everybody else, depressed, not knowing how to figure stuff out. I got my own mental health issues that I'm dealing with, and I'm like, hold on, am I going to lose my business? But I figured everything out. And I did like Grace, got on Zoom, started making some changes, and then figure stuff out. But don't fall into these traps, these money traps. I'll say that. Because especially when you start making money, it can become an addiction. I know some providers that are addicted to making money, and it becomes a different trap. So be careful. No one ever really talks about that side. They talk about making money, but then they don't talk about the addiction side of it. But anyway, let me shut up. Miss Lucas.
I just wanted to know what level 1 actually covers, and is marketing part of it? And just what would I get from level 1?
Awesome. Level 1, let me see. Give me a
I
second.
guess all 3 levels. Give me a quick overview so I can decide what to get.
Let's go back here. Let's see what I can find. First, we have the VIP day. Okay, the VIP day, you're going to go over all the strategies that I'm using right now. So I'm not going to bite my tongue. I'm going to tell you everything that I know on how to advertise your business. This is a perfect for someone that wants to take their business to the next level or learn something that you may not have heard of or know or even have access to. Okay, then we have level 1 is a training where you're going to learn how to start a court mandated business. Advanced marketing strategies is very important, by the way. That training is the most important training in the program, because if you do not know how to market yourself and get clients in the door, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you have licenses in every state and you have PhDs up the yin yang. If you can't get clients in the door, it doesn't matter. Then substance abuse evaluation training, evaluation templates, how to create an online course, workbook downloads, and you get access to the Facebook group, okay? And I have over 5 years worth of information in that Facebook group. And then the level 2 program is everything that's in level 1, plus you get training in anger management, shoplifting, parenting, also 2 one-on-one coaching calls with me, then also weekly group coaching calls for the next 3 months. And you get the VIP day. And all of this is buy now, pay later on our website in the link. So you do not have to pay everything up front. They have different payment plans available to you. So we use Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm if you're interested in any of those. And then the level 3 program is not on here, but it's basically you meet with me once a week for 6 months or a year, and that's $10,000. And I'll meet with you. We're going to dive deep, and you meet with me once a month, and we're going to talk about everything that I'm doing, everything that you want to do, and I'll basically coach you for 6 months. Or if you want to do it for a year, we can do it for a year for $20,000. But I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing and how to do it. So I have all these different levels. I know there's not a one size fits all, so I created different programs for different people. Some of you guys are already in level 1, some of you guys are already in level 2, some of you guys just need a VIP day, or some of you guys are like, hey, I want to get coaching from you, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck I need to do to take my business to the next level. And or some of you guys might try to be like, I need to free up some of my time. So I'm here to help you guys with that if you guys need it. Also, I'm on Facebook, so follow the Diversion Center Facebook group on Facebook. I have a ton of videos on there. And then also YouTube, I'm on YouTube like crazy as well. And where else am I at? I'm on TikTok and Instagram. So these are the different levels. Yes, Grace. Oh, no, you're good? Okay, cool. So, and then
Thank you.
not a problem.
I've got to log off. It's been very beneficial though.
Not a problem, not a problem. All right. Any other questions? Do I see any other hands? I'm going over today. I knew this was going to happen. I had to prepare my mind. I said, I know I'm going over. Please answer your questions now, because later I don't want y'all to be like, I got questions, I forgot. This is your time. because give me a reason to avoid the gym right now. Because that's where I'm stalling right now because I don't want to go to the gym, but I'm going. Rob, you have a question, and then AJ.
What is the EAP certification you were talking about?
Employee Assistance Professional. And I got the CEP. It's called Certified Employee Assistance Professional. Look that up. You'll see it pop up on Google.
Okay. Thank you.
Study for that. That test is hard as you know what, but study for it. You can get it.
Okay. Perfect.
AJ.
Okay, thank you. So on the evaluation slide that you had up a few minutes ago, are there any other caveats that we need to know about as far as certifications or qualifications to do the various evaluations? I know you mentioned that for the SAP, there had to be another way of doing it for LPCs. Are there any more that have specific caveats?
Not that I can think of. When I was talking about the SAP, I was talking about advertising nationwide, and I think I was talking about being eligible to do it. So I think that's what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
What are you? I'm sorry.
I'm an LPC in Texas and about to move to Florida.
You can do everything.
Okay.
Most of the things that I just
Except
mentioned.
the SAP, right?
Except for vocational, without getting trained on that, because there's a
Okay.
body that you have to go through to get trained on doing vocational assessments. Trying to think in my head, I think you can do it all. There's a forensic, the National Association of Forensic Evaluators. If you want to go through them to get trained to provide the forensic evaluations. There's also training that you can go through to provide immigration evaluations as well. I'm gonna tell you, once again, I tell people ask for forgiveness and not for permission. Most of you guys can do a lot of this stuff without jumping through a lot of hoops. But I'll say this, don't underestimate yourself and don't look for a reason why you can't do it. A lot of you guys can do it, and you guys are just searching because of fear, and don't let fear dictate or mess up your money. Okay, because a lot of you LPC, there's a lot that you can do. Matter of fact, for you LPCs and LCSWs in the room and the LMSWs, you guys can do a lot more than I can. You guys just can.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though, Derek. It's like this information you don't get in your programs. They don't want you to know. Well, I won't say they don't want you to know, but a lot of the information you have to search in so many different places. And so when I saw you online, it was a breath of fresh air because it's like you have just condensed a lot of information into one place.
Yeah, I appreciate that. There is I say this all the time. I say, unfortunately, I say education will get you will get you in a room, but information will get you in the back room where the real money is. So there are a lot of people that are educated, but they don't have the information, and that's why they, not to knock on people that teach college, but there's a lot of us that might be college professors in here, and I'm not trying to shit on you guys, but some of the college professors, they just don't know. And they can't teach what they don't know and never been taught. Like one of the things that I preach, that I started another business, it's called private practice marketing with my business partner, Omar. We have a Psychology Today course, and we have an intense marketing training that's we're launching pretty soon. If you guys want information about that, just email me and I can get to you guys about the marketing intensive that we're doing. But one of the things that I preach is that we're not taught how to market ourselves in grad school. We're not taught marketing. We're not taught advertising. But a lot of us go into private practice and they say, hey, go into private practice. Then you go into private practice and you're like, okay, now what do I do? I got my degree. I have my license. Now what? How do I get clients? So that's one of the things that we're trying to fill those gaps of teaching people how to market themselves and advertise themselves and get themselves out there, and also leveraging platforms like Psychology Today and Google to make money. If you know how to leverage it properly and you leverage a niche, you can make a ton of money. There's a tool that you can use on Google that has made me $1 million and it's free.
And it is.
I'm not telling. VIP day.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Yeah, because I'm just saying, like, you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. It's just all about getting information. And once you know the information, it's a game changer. And it's just paying attention to your surroundings. That's how I found a lot of this stuff. I was never taught this stuff. It was just like paying attention because I was suffering. I was broke. I was in a situation. So I'm gonna say this for you guys that may have gone through some challenges or gone through some pain in your past. Sometimes pain is a blessing. Sometimes challenges are a blessing because it prepares you for something that you don't realize that's coming to you. Like, I was broke when I started my business. Because I was broke, it gave me time to get on the internet and study and research and look up all this other stuff. Now, if I had a job, I wouldn't even have the time to look up this stuff because I'd be too busy doing my job. But because I was unemployed, I was able to research, dig, find information, use this information, test it out. And then once I tested it and figured it all out, then I had it. And then, because like I said, time is more valuable than money. And then once you have the time, you can figure out how to use money to get you more time. So that's what I learned how to do. And I learned how to leverage different platforms that most people don't have the time to look at. Did you guys know, like, for example, if you go on Psychology Today, there's it tells you how to, like, on the back end of Psychology Today, it shows you how to create an ideal profile. A lot of people don't know that. Psychology Today literally tells you, if you go on the back end of it, it shows you how to create an ideal profile. But a lot of people don't even know to look on that back end of Psychology Today and study that stuff.
Right.
But
Well, I am looking forward to your programs, sir, because you are just a wealth of information. And again, you know, they don't teach us that. They don't tell us a lot of that in school. And if you don't even know the questions to ask, then it's difficult to find. So appreciate what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm touching your shoe. Just touch it back over.
All right. All right. I'm going to give it 14 more minutes and I'm out of here. I'm going to the gym. I'm about to get it. Any other questions? Ask me anything. I don't care what you ask me, but I got 14 more minutes, now 13. Let's go. I'm out of here.
Derek, I do have another question for you. This is Elaine. And I'm not sure if you know the answer offhand, but if you're someone that so like, let's say I want to get into the space of, like, with the SAP, you know, doing those. If you have a DOT of your own, like you're in transportation, is there any, like, conflict of doing that, area of conflict?
I would start a separate business.
Gotcha. Yeah, like separate EIN.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. LLC. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Oh man, you just made me think of something.
What's that?
That's for VIP day.
Okay.
Whatever I'm thinking right now is for VIP day. Remind me, if you're in VIP day, ask me questions about SAP stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna show you guys how to seriously make some money on them SAPs. If you guys are SAP evaluator, VIP day, I'm gonna show you how to get it. Don't tell nobody.
Okay. Okay. And what day is that again? When is that? The
July
DRD?
27th. That's a Saturday,
27.
I think. It's a Saturday from 1 to 5. We're
1 to
gonna
5.
we're gonna get busy up in there. So
Okay.
yeah, all my secrets, I'm gonna give them to you guys. So I'm gonna show you guys how to get the bag for real. And then Matt, let me ask you guys, because I'm gonna ask Grace, what do you think about this? And I'm asking because I need some advice. I'm pondering having something called the Diversion Con. I want to do a Diversion Con, basically a conference for people that are in the diversion field and court mandated services. I never ran an event. I've done live trainings before, but not a live event to the magnitude to where I would want to do it. Because I go to I don't know if you guys been to 10X GrowthCon. I go to 10X all the time. I go to TSP Live. I go to ClickFunnels and their stuff. Anyone, you guys feel like I should do a live event? You guys?
I think so. Yeah, I think so, because in reality, there's not too much of training or a market for providers. There really isn't. You know what I mean? So I could help you over here in Northern and Central California, market it so that you can get all the providers that are here. One of the things that I didn't mention is in the state of California, right now, we're in the process of being we're a pilot program. They're trying to determine if the 52 weeks for domestic violence, Derek, is really working, and they asked us to be part of the pilot. So we've been in a pilot mode for going on 4 years now, and we're using a CBI, what do you call a CBI CBT curriculum from UCCI, and that's the outcome is going to determine whether we're going to go 26 weeks or stay at 52 weeks. And with that said, one of the things that I wanted to share with you is this conference will be ideal because a lot of providers, they don't know where to go from here. So your curriculum, if it's evidence-based or has CBT, CBI, that's an open market for you, because not to be disrespectful, but there's a lot of providers that are still using, I'm going to get myself in trouble here, but
You
like
don't have to
Anderson
say it. You
and Anderson, Duluth model, you know what I mean? And that is, I hate to say, but outdated, you know what I mean? And I want to say this one last thing is that Time to Change, we created an app. So we service our clients and we do our intakes through an app that's provided for all Android and what do you call it? The other users, but making it so much easy because technology is a must. You know what I mean? We can't do things like we did them last year. So, but yes, Derek, do it, Derek.
Well, then I'm gonna link with you, Grace, and maybe you can help me. We'll talk about that. We'll put our heads
Okay.
probably. I don't know. That's a lot of work. I'm not much of a planner per se,
Mhm.
but I know that there's
Yeah.
a huge need for it, and I'm
Yes.
I'm going to probably create my own stage and get people that are actually in the field that actually are doing extremely well to help other providers build their business up, because I think that's important.
Skill them
Because
up. Yeah.
yeah, because unfortunately out here, there's a lot of gatekeeping, man. It's like, man, it's bad. I tell people, hey, you do not have to gatekeep. You can share information and everybody can eat.
Absolutely.
There's enough money for everyone. Stop doing that. A lot of people are mad at me right now because I'm sharing this information.
Right.
They're
Right.
mad. They're like, I can't stand his ass. But whatever. I'm going to share the
Yeah.
information because y'all wasn't trying to help me when I try to get started. So I know what it's like to start and not get help. So I'm just like, I'm just going to help everybody.
Same here, Derek. Same here. We're
Yeah.
like-minded in that sense because definitely it is a shark pool out there.
Yeah. Because they know how much money is being made.
Mhm.
They don't want to share the information. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, just because you make money, just because this person makes money doesn't mean that I'm going to make less money.
Right.
No,
Exactly.
that's their money. My money is my money. What's money is for me. And I'm not,
Exactly.
whatever. I'm just like, but I will say this, guys. Also, if anyone here has any connections with court, or not court, probation, court, I'll say court, probation, parole, corrections, let me know, because I'm selling my curriculum to drug courts and opioid addiction programs and outpatient programs for my How to Be Successful with or without a college degree curriculum. And if you guys can help me with that, I will give you a piece of the action, meaning you won't just help me, you'll actually make some money by helping me sell my curriculum to jail, court, probation, because that's recurring revenue for me, and I will put some money in your pocket. So anyone that has connections, please let me know, and I would love to sell my curriculum to them. Is evidence informed and on CBT, and I will definitely help them become successful, because I don't know if you guys realize, but you guys know that a lot of these treatment programs, they get mundane, and they talk about the same stuff over and over again. We're trying to give some fresh material that help the clients improve their lives and become successful before they get out of treatment and after they get out of treatment. So I think that's important. So if you guys have any connections, I would greatly appreciate it. And you guys can also, I'll put my email. If you guys are not, I'll put my email in the chat. Now, don't be blasting my email out to everybody now.
Derek, this is Winifred from Grace Services. I'll be reaching out to you. I'm a former parole officer and also a former DDC forensic specialist. I do have connections to the court, so I'll be reaching out to you.
Awesome, thank you. Yes, we're gonna get it in the program. And that's what I mean by leverage, guys. Use your resources. Everything's an opportunity. Open your mouth. We got to open our mouths, and because a closed mouth doesn't get fed. Because somebody in here might know something that you don't know. Yes. Rob, you got a question?
Yes. So I'm a LMFT here in Tennessee, my master's, and as a few months ago, I now have my PhD in in marriage and family therapy as well. What evals do you feel like I should start off with that may require the least extra certifications and setup?
I tell people to do the evaluations that you feel most comfortable with. Start with those. If you feel comfortable with anger management evaluations, do those. Also, do the evaluations that are in demand in your area.
Gotcha.
That you see other people are advertising in your area. Don't reinvent the wheel. Like, it makes zero sense to do an evaluation. Let's say, let me give you an example. Maybe if it makes no sense to do a domestic violence evaluation out here in Georgia, because people don't really ask for those. Can it be done? Yes, but that's not a thing that the probation is asking for out here in my area. But what they're asking for in my area are anger management evaluations, clinical evaluations, mental health evaluations. And yeah, those are the top three for court, in my opinion, out here in Georgia. SAP evaluations are in demand. What else? Bariatric evaluations could be something that you guys might want to consider doing. I do that. We offer that on our website. Immigrations, if you guys connected with immigration attorneys in your area, that might be something that you want to add. Also, it just all depends on what you feel comfortable with doing and you feel confident with. But nothing should stop you. Just find the one that you feel like you can do, and that's what's in demand and what's needed, and then flip it, flip it, flip it. Okay?
One question on the VIP day. For those who attend the VIP day, will there be potentially any discount for those attendees for, say, level 1, if they wanted to buy level 1 after that?
Well, if you buy level 1, you can just add on the VIP day. Because you might as well just buy level 2, then it's going to be the same price as level 1 and the VIP day. So you might as well just go with level 2. It just makes that's why I would just do level 2, and you get the VIP automatic.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Derek. My apology, Grace here. Listen, I think I missed the evaluation presentation. Was this recorded, or how do I tap into the evaluation? I was doing self-care day today, so I'm like,
Gotcha. Yes, the recording will be on the Diversion Center Facebook page. After it gets done recording and processing, I will put it on the Diversion Center Facebook page for a week for you guys to watch it.
okay, great.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi. Okay, so just real quick, I'm a LPC and a MAC. And I signed up for your level 1, but I did the monthly thing, so I don't get everything all at once. Yeah. So I do have a little timeline. I'm pregnant, so in October I'll be having a baby. So I'm trying to see how much I can get done between now and October. And like I said, I have a Mac. So as far as like the SAP and stuff, I don't have the SAP or the DUI credential. Is there any possible way I could still do the evaluations with my Mac, or do I need to just try to see if I can get the SAP before before my deadline?
Okay, so that's a great question. So this is what I want. I don't want us to get confused with the SAP stuff. The SAP stuff is mainly for the DOT. So the Department of Transportation, those are evaluations for pilots, flight attendants, truck drivers that failed the drug test with their employer.
Okay.
Man, I got to bring this up too. Are there any SAP evaluators in the room besides myself?
Yes, there is.
There is. Okay. Be mindful that there are employers that require their employees to get SAP evaluations as well, even though that they're not a CDL driver, not a pilot, not in railroad. There are employers that require SAP evaluations for their employees for these large corporations. Just be mindful of that. Ebony, you can do evaluations right now as an LPC and a MAC right now.
Okay.
There's nothing stopping you. What state are you in?
Georgia.
Oh, you're in Georgia. Perfect. The only evaluations that you cannot do is the clinical evaluations for the DUIs.
Say that again, the what?
Clinical evaluations for DUIs.
Okay.
That's the only thing that you cannot do.
And I wouldn't need the DUI thing for that one?
Yeah,
you
need to get on the registry for DUI intervention program for the state of Georgia. And
okay.
You would get on their registry. There's a registry for every state. So if you're in Florida, there'd be a DUI registry for that state, and Texas and everything else. But in Georgia, you get on the DUI registry, you have to apply to become a DUI evaluator or clinical evaluator in the state of Georgia, or a treatment provider in the state of Georgia. That's what how probation recognizes you as a clinical evaluator. If not, your evaluations are going to get kicked back for DUI. So you can do everything else except for the DUI evaluations.
Okay.
Or you connect with me.
In what way?
I ain't gonna say. Right.
Wait, I want to know. I'm already in level 1, but
What state or what city are you in?
what city? I'm Noonan, Georgia.
Okay. Yeah, there's a ton of opportunity out there. So I would recommend for you to get on the registry for whatever county. What county is Noonan? Is it Newton?
Coweta.
Oh, Coweta? See if you can get on the registry for Coweta County and take it from there. If you get on that registry, it's going to open a whole bunch of doors for you.
Okay.
I doubt that there's a lot of competition in Coweta County.
Yeah, and I called the probation officer. I'm sorry, the probation office a little while ago, and I don't know if I really knew what to ask. So I
Yeah.
was just sort of fooling around with it, and she just said, "Hey, just give me your information and we'll see." So I don't know if I really knew what to ask, but I tried to at least reach out to see, like, I just asked, I said, "Do y'all have classes? Do you do whatever?" And they said they have one company that they work with, but they said, "Hey, who knows?" And I was like, "Okay, well, who knows?" So I haven't sent them my information yet, but I wasn't really sure how to go really about that. But
So this is how you go about that. You go to the probation office and you ask them, "Can I be added to your provider list?"
okay.
Everyone in this room right now can do that. You say, "Hey, my name is Derek Collins. I'm with the Diversion Center. Can you add me to your provider list?"
Okay.
If you guys have one. Just that.
Okay.
And you can call them at first if you want. You don't even have to go up there and say, "Hey, how can I?" You say, "Hey, ring, ring, ring. ABC probation. How can I help you?" "Hey, my name is Derek Collins. I'm a new provider in the area. Yeah, who do I talk to be added to your provider list?"
Okay.
Then you get added to their provider list. They might tell you, or they might do it for you. Or then you go back up there if you want to, and you bring some food. And you bring food, and you bring your business cards, and you bring your brochures.
Okay.
And you do that the same thing with defense attorneys.
Okay.
Business card, food. I also used to send edible arrangements to defense attorney offices
Mm-hmm.
to let
Nice.
them that I want to partner with them.
Yeah.
Hey, it doesn't hurt. It's a nice touch.
Right. Right.
It's a nice touch. It's $50. I don't care. I'll spend $50 to get funneled a whole bunch of clients.
Awesome.
And I'm
That's
nice
good.
I'm nice to the receptionist.
Right.
Like at the defense attorney office, like I'm not even talking to the attorneys. I'm collaborating with the receptionist because
Makes sense.
she does all the leg work. So
Makes sense.
yeah, I'm being good with them. And
Perfect. Perfect.
if I'm doing immigration evaluations, I'm dropping business cards to immigration attorneys that are looking for assistance. There's so many different ways. Y'all can do it. Y'all can make it happen.
Okay. And
And
in
then,
level 1, you have the like evaluation forms and all of that. I know it's further down. Well, for me, it's further down the line because it comes monthly.
yeah, you
So
on that
I'm
you
not
on that
there
drip
yet.
schedule. You should about to
Yeah.
you on that drip schedule. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the drip schedule. So I
Call the
and I
office,
think
call the office and get off the drip schedule and just pay the whole thing and get it
Gotcha.
get off the drip.
Okay.
Just got to get off the
Okay.
drip.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
get off that drip.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I stopped. We added the Klarna and Afterpay and Affirm, so y'all can not even have to be on the drip schedule anymore. You just get access to it. Yeah.
Wait, so that means pay the rest up front, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you could pay it with, like I said, the Affirm or Afterpay or whatever, or if you don't got it, or you could just pay it. If you do have it, you just pay it all up front and get it.
So Affirm. Okay, I guess I gotta look that up. If you said Affirm or Afterpay.
Yeah. So call the office on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for Megan. We'll work it out.
Megan. Okay.
Don't overthink it. We'll work it out. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Okay. You said Megan. Okay.
We'll get you off that drip schedule though.
Okay. I would appreciate that. Like I said, I got a timeline. I got October trying to get this knocked out.
But I'm letting you know right now, I hope you come to the VIP day. Come to the VIP day. But if not,
Gotcha.
at the minimum, come to the VIP day and learn this stuff because you could be doing some stuff literally right now. You don't have to wait till October. You could be doing stuff today.
Okay.
With your LPC and a Mac, there's nothing that should be stopping you. You should be rolling right now. You're really kicking butt right now.
Okay. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem. Anyone else? Siobhan? You good?
Hello? Yep.
Go ahead, Lisa. Go ahead, because
Okay.
I think you were waiting before me.
All right,
And
no
then
worries.
go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm sitting in this hot car. So y'all
No,
won't
no,
hear
I know. My
this.
daughter live in Texas. I know how you feel. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So it's kind of a follow-up to what the young lady just was asking. So I'm not in any level just yet. So when you get in the level, once you pay all of it, you pay it off, then you will be able to start working.
No, yeah, she's talking about something different.
Oh.
She would be a long time ago, so she's in a different
A different thing. Okay.
yeah. So once you pay for the program, you get access to all of the content.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can start working within, let's say, a month.
It's up to you, yeah, immediately. It's all up to you, how fast you work, and how fast
Okay.
you consume it. And then also, I tell people it's all about taking action.
Yes, I heard that in the beginning.
Do not allow fear to stop you. Because I'll have people take the training and then they'll be like, all right, I know the information, but then they don't do anything.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. So my other question is, so for the afterpay, because I'm not quite sure how that works. Is that kind of like, just for ease, is that like layaway? You pay a little bit now and then a little bit next month and a little bit next month until it's finished?
Yeah, so how it works is basically if you go to the checkout on my store, it'll ask you how you want to pay, and then it'll ask you other payment options. And then what it'll do is you'll see like Affirm Afterpay or Klarna, and then it'll pay it for you. It'll pay it for you, but then you pay them back a monthly fee.
Okay.
They'll pay, so they will pay for the training
They'll
for
pay it
you.
upfront, and then you pay.
They'll pay me up front. I get my payment up front, and then
Okay.
we pay them a monthly fee. And then if you pay it off early, they don't charge you any interest. And then if you do, they'll show you different options, different interest rates if you want to pay interest on it. But there's different programs, and you can pick which one that works best for you. And I think Affirm does it like 4 payments with no interest or 12 payments. I forgot how they do it, but you'll see it in the checkout. It'll explain everything to you in the checkout, how you want to do it.
Okay, and then the last question, so is there a benefit in coming to your office? What's the difference between office and not office? So I have a son that lives in Atlanta, and I'm a little old school. Zoom is okay, but I like to sit with people. But so is there a benefit to coming in?
Yes,
Or
Rob, you get access to everything right away. Lisa, the benefit of doing everything virtual is you make more money.
No, I mean with you.
With me? Yeah, you come in the office. You want to come in the office and talk to me? Come on in.
Okay. How far are you from Atlanta? I don't know Georgia that well.
20 to 30 minutes, depending on what office you go to. So 30 minutes outside.
Okay.
So yeah, shoot, come see me at my office in Duluth. I'm normally at my office in Duluth. My headquarters are in Marietta. I'm rarely there, but I go there sometimes. But you let me know you come and I'll be at the office. Come pull up.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll show you if I got time, I'll show you my other offices. I got another office down the street. And I think a lot of times when people see my office and they see the different office structures and how I do certain things, they're like, oh, I get it. Okay, I got it now. They're like, man.
And that's why I'm like old school. I like in person. For some reason, it just hit different. Okay.
Yeah, because I was going to do the VIP live, but so a lot of people couldn't make it. So I said, all right, we're going, because I wanted people to see, because once you see it, you're like, ah.
Okay.
You're like, okay. And you're like, I'm overthinking this.
Probably.
And they're like, oh, okay, I got it.
Thank you.
No problem. Because I used to run this stuff, man. I could tell y'all some stories. I can't say it right now, but man, y'all can do this, especially with Zoom now. Zoom is a game changer. Siobhan.
Okay. I was eating while y'all was talking. I was like, perfect, I can eat. My question was, If I get licensed in Georgia, because I have the paperwork actually sitting right here, because I planned on getting licensed in Georgia anyway, because I love it up there, because I might relocate. Will I be able to do evaluations here while in Florida if I'm licensed in Georgia? Like I do evaluations in Georgia is what I'm saying.
Are you licensed in Georgia?
No, I'm not. I'm not yet.
Okay.
But I'm asking if I was to get licensed in Georgia,
Uh-huh.
would I be able to do evaluations for people who reside in Georgia?
Yeah. As long as you're licensed in Georgia, and also you do them in Florida. For those of you that are licensed in multiple states, that's huge. I don't think a lot of people understand the power of that, because unfortunately a lot of people don't know how to market themselves in multiple states. Once you're able to market yourself in multiple states, it's game over. I'm just letting you guys know. For the LPCs in the room, for the LCSWs, LMSWs, whatever letters you got behind yourself, when you're able to advertise your services across state lines and you do it effectively, is a game changer. You're literally working from home at this point. It's game over at this point. You just got to know what to do and how to do it. It's literally like, if I wanted to, I could literally shut down my business right now and be like, you know what? I'm just working from my laptop for the rest of my career. I could literally do that right now if I want to.
Awesome. Well, me and Lisa gonna pull up on you.
All right, come on, pull up.
Because I'm old school too. I'm very visual, so I want to come up there.
I'm telling you guys, if you, man, especially if you guys are niche, if you're doing niche stuff, like I forgot the lady that was does the autism evaluations. Oh my God. She's gonna be like, she's probably doing it now. She's probably making 7 figures already.
Send me your number in the chat. I'm driving, but send me your number, because I'm trying to make this money, because eventually I don't even want to live in Texas. I don't want to live in the US. How about that?
Oh, and
So
that's
send me your number. Let's get it. I've been trying to tell my husband, he drives trucks, so we don't know what he's gonna do for a job. But I don't want to live the rest of my whole life here in the United States. So I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, that's the other game. I'm glad you brought that up, because that you live in another country and then you pay the cheap rent or the cheap mortgage out there in another country, and you provide all the court mandated services from there. And then that's how you really make some money. You can do that too. You can literally live in Dominican Republic and provide these services all over the nation.
So could I ask, Derek, when we do the VIP, do we get a beat of, because I know the VIP is going to be like DOT, SAP, mostly?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's going to be, but
it's going to talk about court stuff, and yeah, it's going to talk about everything. We're talking about everything.
Everything. Okay, so will you be giving us some nuggets on advertising across state line? The VIP?
Yeah, the VIP, you're learning everything that's in my brain, you're going to know. VIP day.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything that I can think of that I'm aware of, you will know. I'm not going to hold back. So VIP day, that's the day you do not want to miss, because I will tell you everything. I'm like, hey, do this, do that, do this.
Including the free Google marketing tool, or do we get that today as the nugget?
Yeah, we're going to talk about everything. There's nothing I will not talk about on VIP day. Nothing.
Okay.
You know, VIP, we'll talk about everything. But the thing is, do not come to VIP day if you're not going to execute. Because this is designed for people that are actually going to take the information and actually go do it.
Okay, I'm already doing it, so sorry, I had to turn on my camera because I think it's a little odd that my face wasn't shared for so long. But yeah. I am already doing it, so I just need to up my game, and then eventually take on the other levels, but at least to get the extra push right now.
Absolutely. You guys do that, it's game changer. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. It's literally, you guys would be surprised. It's like a couple of things. If you just make a couple of adjustments, and it changes everything. life is sometimes not, it's not about change. Sometimes it's about making adjustments. Just moving this a little bit over here, then boom. You're like, oh man, that's all I had to do.
Yep, lean into it.
Like,
That's it
man,
right
that's
there.
all I, man,
Definitely.
man, I had it all
Definitely.
along. It's
Thank
like,
you.
I don't know if you guys ever read the book, The Alchemist. It's like that story. It's like, man, I had it all along. I'm over here searching, and I have everything here. I'm searching, but I have everything already. I shouldn't even be searching. It's right in front of my face. But anyway,
Okay, Derek. Hi, this is Michelle Bethune. I don't know how to raise my hand. I was trying to do that. Um, do you have, I know that in your Duluth office, do we just call and find out if you're there? How do we go about doing that? I've had one of your seminars before, and I've actually purchased a bundle of books, but now I'm ready to get going. I just got back from Boston. I was doing some travel social work, and I really want to do this. So I know a couple other people in Georgia were talking about coming by. So I wonder if we can all come on one particular day and, just
yeah, come
kind of,
on. I'm there Monday, excuse me, not Monday, excuse me, Tuesday. I'm there Tuesday. I'm there Wednesday, and I'm there Friday from 2 to 6.
2 to 6. Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday from 2 to 6. Because I work half the day at my home office. So right now I'm at home. So and then my staff, they work from home on Mondays and Thursdays.
Okay.
Come Tuesday, either Tuesday. Now I'll be honest with you guys. It's not guaranteed I'm gonna be able to talk, and because I'm be doing appointments and stuff because I'm very busy. But if
Okay.
you have time to look and see the office, I can see my storage unit where I keep all my books and stuff, where I sell my books and whatever. I can't guarantee that I'll have time to talk with you because I will be in the middle of doing evaluations all day. But if you guys want to, you guys can pay for a shadowing day. I also have that offer as well. If you want to shadow me for a day, I also have that as available. You just call Megan, 404-781-7468. Call her on Monday, and you say, hey, I want to shadow Derek for a day. And then we'll set up something that's more where you can be behind me, and you just follow me throughout the day, and you can shadow me, and you guys can see like the behind the scenes of what I'm doing. And just you can do it like that, or you can just pull up on any of those days, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday from 2 to 6, and me and Megan will be there. Or you can pull up to my headquarters in Marietta. My team is there in Marietta. Either one, but I will be working. So don't get mad at me if I'm not able to talk, because I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Talk to Megan. I'm doing this eval right now.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I got
Okay.
you. I got you.
Yeah, but you guys will be able to see. You'll see the sign, come in there, see how we do things. Megan will talk to you. We'll work it out.
Hey, Derek,
Mhm.
I have a question, but I think there's a lady's hand that was up, and I just want to be respectful. Miss Henry's hand is up. After she asked, then I asked.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Derek and everyone. Mr. Collins, I was researching the different type of evaluations and the requirements. I am a LMSW. I'm going to test for my LCSW. I am a substance abuse therapist with for Cavazos with the service members right now. And so I was researching, and I noticed most of these certifications are like close to $1,000. Do you have any recommendation for us?
Which certifications are you talking about? That's $1,000.
It's like they're ranging from like 500 at the SAP. I was also looking at the domestic violence. I was looking at several that I would like to have underneath my belt, but they're like costly.
Okay, before you do any of that, before you pull the trigger, you need to talk to me.
Okay.
Because how do I say this? We had a conversation earlier. Someone asked me, they said, Derek, do I need these certifications? I told them no. They said, Derek, do I need you? I told them no. What state are you in?
I'm in Texas, Central Texas.
You're in Texas, okay.
And in this area, there's like military service member, domestic violence,
Mhm.
substance abuse, a lot of DUIs, DWIs. So I would like to have those certification. I'm going off and venturing off out of the federal government, but I do plan on keeping a job with the federal because I've been in over 20 years. I don't want to lose those benefits, but at the same time, I want more money and then venture off my own practice.
Okay, so what I would recommend for you, I would number one, be focused on providing substance abuse evaluations. That would be number one out there in Texas. That would be my focus. And maybe potentially if you want to do SAP evaluations, I would do those as well, because that's going to make you the most money immediately. Also, you have to look up, you want to look up the Commission on Family Violence or Domestic Violence in the state of Texas to see if you go through their program for domestic violence, because usually the state has a program that they want you to go through to become a provider for domestic violence classes in that state. So be very careful when signing up for different programs that are offering like domestic violence certification, because normally you're going to go through your state. And if the state doesn't have a program, then you could potentially provide the program yourself without having a certain certification, as long as you know how to teach a domestic violence course. You've been trained on it. So domestic violence is different from anger management. So those are not the same things. So also, I'm going to say this, I'm not trying to confuse you, but I want to say this for everyone in the room. If it has a lot of hoops for you to jump them. I'll say that again.
I'm jumping. I'm jumping.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
If there's a lot of hoops, like if there's a lot of like, dang, this is a lot of stuff they make me do, it's probably a reason for that, because it's probably valuable. So jump those hoops, take those courses. Like for example, for those that are trying to get your EAP, that's a lot of hoop jumping. But once it's worth it if you can jump it, and if you know how to work it, if you know how to leverage it. It's a lot of stuff, and it's like, man, this test is hard. Like, man, I got to listen to all this and read all this. I don't feel like doing this, but it pays off if you know how to work it. So make sure you're getting the right information, because some people go to different organizations to get trained in certain things, and it doesn't have any weight. There's a certain organization I'm thinking about that I'm not going to say, that does not have any weight. It has no impact, no governance, no nothing or control, but they offer certifications for different things, and they have no weight, and no one cares about their certifications. But they make a ton of money selling them.
So Derek, can you advise us as to go for these different certifications? Like, I'm in Florida now, and so I would like to have.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
So what program would we go through in Florida if we want the EAP, the substance abuse, the domestic violence, and all the other evaluations we're talking about? If these organizations that we're pulling up don't hold the weight, then where do we go for these certifications?
So let me back up. So once again, I want us to not, let me see. How do I say this? Because I don't want to confuse you guys. Don't get caught up in the certifications if you're licensed. That's number one. Is this Michelle? What's your license? Michelle?
I'm LMHC, licensed health counselor.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
A licensed mental health counselor, LMHC.
Oh, there you go. That's your certification right there. There you go. That's all you need. Your license will trump any certification. Okay, so you're licensed to do that. All right. Now, let's say you're trying to open up a DUI school and you're trying to teach DUI classes, right? There's a curriculum that they follow. Usually is a curriculum from Prime for Life. So you want to be like a certified Prime for Life instructor. Well, they use that curriculum to teach DUI school courses. Then, of course, you're going to get that certification to teach DUI school courses because the state mandates that you have a curriculum that is approved for the DDS, DMV, or whatever. Then you'll get that certification if you want to teach DUI school or defensive driving. But as far as anger management, you do not need a certification. Your I'm messing it up. License. I'm jacking it all up. Forgive me. But you're a licensed mental health counselor. You can provide anger management. You can provide parenting. You can provide shoplifting. You can get the certification for MRT. That would be a good one that's recognized. But I'm going to say something I shouldn't say right now. I'm going to say it anyway. There's not the certification police that are coming to your office and saying, hey, let me see what certification that you have. I'm just saying that out loud. There's no certification police that are coming to your office saying, hey, do you have the certification? You can't provide these services because you don't have the certification. It's just it's not in our field. That's not a thing. No one has came to my office. No one has said, hey, Derek, do you have this, this, and this to be providing these services? It's automatically assumed because number one, I'm credentialed already as a substance abuse counselor. I have a treatment program. I'm registered with the state. They already think that I'm above board. I'm messing it up. Forgive me. LMAC. You're good. You're good. So I'm telling you,
that makes me then able to do all the different evaluations that you're talking.
yeah, absolutely. If you know how to do them, if you've been trained and you know how to do them, that's what your license is in. Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you guys another thing, especially for court, and I'm gonna go because we're getting late. I need to hit the gym. I've seen evaluations done by people that are not licensed and been accepted by probation. Remember, these evaluations are going to probation officers. Okay, then and judges and mainly probation officers. So they're not going to other clinicians. I've seen one-page evaluations. I've seen one paragraph evaluations. It's crazy. Okay, so there's nothing stopping you, basically. If you want to do a mental health evaluation, you should do it. You're more than qualified to do it if you know how to do them. If you want to do substance abuse evaluation, you should do it. Absolutely. If you know how to do it, go ahead and do it. I just don't want us to make sure assuming how to do it.
Hey, Derek.
You guys all, if you're licensed, you're ready to go ahead and do it. Ask for forgiveness, not for permission. Some of you guys could be making money right now without my help, immediately, tomorrow, without my help. And say, and this is how you do it without my help. You have a website. You advertise your evaluation services on your website. You advertise your classes on your website. You advertise your stuff on Google. You advertise your stuff on YouTube. You advertise your stuff on TikTok. When people call your office or your cell phone, they sign up, they pay, you provide the service. That's how you get started today.
I have one last question. You said that there are different evaluations for every state that's more in demand. Is there a place that we can go to find out what is in demand?
Yes, you can. This is how you find out what's in demand. You call the probation office and you say, hey, what evaluations are you mandating the clients to do, the probationers to do? Also, you could look up the DUI schools in your area and see what services that they're providing in your area. and you look on their website and see what services, classes, and evaluations that they're providing. Also, you could look up other court mandated providers in your area. So you can look up anger management near me on Google in your area, and then their website will pop up. Then you go to their website and you look at all the different services that they're providing. They're going to, on their website, they're going to have the in-demand services on their website. So if you type in alcohol and drug assessment or alcohol and drug evaluation near me, you click on that person's website and you'll see all the different services that they're providing. If they're providing that service, it's more than likely in demand. And that's what you're going to do. So you're going to get, you're going to look at other people's websites, and you'll find information on other people's websites on how to get started in different classes in fields. Also, I don't know if you guys are interested in providing supervised visitation. That's also a business as well. Some people do supervised visitation. I was a sponsor for the Supervised Visitation Network this year. You go look on their website, and if you guys want to charge for providing supervised visitation, you guys can do that as well. I was at one time going to figure out how to provide ankle monitors and stuff like that, but I'm saving that for Grace, because Grace she's trying to do all that other stuff. So I'm not getting into all that. But I hope that answers your question. Please don't beat me up if I kept on messing up your credential. I'm sorry. It's been a long.
No, thank you very much. That was very informative. I got one more question. The VIP, is that also included in the level 2?
Yes. If you get level 2, you get free access to the VIP. So that comes with it. Supervised Visitation Network. Yeah, there's people making money off the supervised visitation. Yes, supervised visitation. And what happens is supervised visitation, what is that? That's when people need supervised visitation to meet with their children. They might have a custody case or domestic violence case, and DFACS got involved, and now, or the divorce, and they may have to have a supervised visitation at a center to where someone is monitoring them while they have supervised visitation. And some people charge like $100 an hour or $150 an hour for supervised visitation. That's the thing. That's definitely a thing. What else? Trying to make sure I say everything. What else is there? Custody cases.
I got one more question.
Yes.
The VIP, is it just the one session that VIP? If I do level 2 and can't make it on this one, is it included somewhere else? Will it be recorded and added to the level 2?
What I do if I do a VIP day, if I do a VIP day and you cannot make it on that day, I will more than likely, I know I'm going to record it, and I'll give you the recording or post it somewhere in our group to where you can have access to it, because I'm going to create a separate group for people that sign up for level 2. I'm going to create a Facebook group for people that sign up for level 2, and all the recordings will be in that Facebook group, so you'll have access to it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, they don't pay much here on the contract, need to know. Yeah, you do supervised visits on your own. That's what I would do. I'd do everything on my own. And then, but I don't do it, by the way. So I'm not an expert in supervised visitation. So I'm not the go-to guy. But there is a supervised visitation network. And I was their sponsor this year for their conference. I was at their sponsor, and there's a ton of people that you guys can contact through that system in your state that will help you. And that's definitely an option if you guys want to do that. Anything else? No? Dang, I'm tired, boy. Y'all work me, boy. Yeah, so everyone, thank you so much. Real quick, once again, here, do me a favor, please, I need you guys. If you guys don't do anything, please do this, okay? Please do this. And I see you, Miss Hill, but I want Miss Hill to do this for me quick and everyone else in the room. Please do this. If you guys don't do anything, please do this for me. It don't cost you a thing. If I provided value for you today, okay? If I provided value, please do me a favor and just leave me a video review at this link I'm going to give you. It will help me out a lot. If I provided value, if you hated me, if you liked me, I don't care. Please provide a video review at that link. Just click on that link and provide a video review for me. It will help me out tremendously. Okay. And let people know how I was, if I was helpful or not. And then that would be awesome. And then I have a couple of people, please do that for me. And I have a couple of people that have a question real quick, and then I'm going to take off. Trying to think of everything. Did I talk about that? Yeah, I think I covered everything. I did. This has been fantastic. Guys, bear with me. This is my first time doing something like this.
Can I ask my question now, or is someone else in place?
Go ahead, Ms. Hill.
Okay, great, thank you. Okay, I wanted to find out with the parenting classes that are approved by DCF, is there particular agencies we should go through for that? Because I have been researching, because I'm like, okay, it's one thing just offer a parenting class, but also the ones that are approved per the DCF for the divorces and things that nature. So do you recommend making sure to find a place that is approved per DCF?
Where's Grace? Is Grace here? Did she take off? I would say this, don't ask for approval. You guys are good to go. Start your class, offer your classes. There's no need to get approvals for parenting classes. That's your program and you teach it how you want to. Now, there's a difference in doing things on your own, and then there's a difference between getting contracts. If you get a contract with DCF, of course, they're going to have you want to do it a certain way or whatever, or with the state or the Department of Family Services. They may have you wanted to do it their way or a certain way, but if you're doing it on your own, this is your program. You have full freedom to do what you want and how you want. For example, I've never went through an approval process to provide a parenting class ever. There's no such thing because I do it all private. So anyone that comes to my parenting class, they pay from their own. And also sometimes DFACs will pay for their classes for them. They'll contact my office and pay for their classes for their client if they go to me for parenting classes. So I say start your parenting classes, advertise your parenting classes, and then the people that need your services will call you and will pay you. And then maybe even later, state agencies or city or even governmental agencies will contact you to potentially provide services for them through an exclusive contract. But you cannot get the contract unless you're already providing the service. So I tell people, start providing the services privately right now, and then other agencies can approach you for opportunities. And also you can apply or respond to RFPs, requests for proposals on the city, state websites. So also, let me give you guys this game real quick. For those of you guys that are, well, all of you guys are in the state. So I'll make an example of Georgia. You guys can go on, look up Georgia procurement, go look up Georgia procurement, or let's say you're in Texas, you look up Texas procurement and enroll your business so you can bid on state contracts. There are state contracting opportunities where you can bid on to provide your services for counseling, education, and it's like literally a 10 to 20 minute process to apply or set up your business on there. It doesn't cost you any money, and you can bid on state contracts and go ahead and get that state money. And those are contracts through the Department of Education, Georgia Department of Education, DFACS, DOJ, or I shouldn't say DOJ because that's federal, but different local and state government local contracts on that website, so you can apply for state contracts. I say local city government, I should say. So you guys can go on that website and look up contracts that you guys can bid on and check it out. Okay, it might be of some interest to you because you might get a 2-year contract, a 1-year contract, or sometimes they're looking for products. Maybe you're a person that has access to laptops and computers. Sometimes there's a school district that needs 100 laptops. You could sell them 100 laptops. I don't know, but those opportunities are available to you. And a lot of people are not aware of those opportunities. And I want you guys to be able to access those opportunities and capitalize on them. All right.
Okay, and the other question, that's excellent information. Thank you so much. The other question I have, so like with myself having the bachelor's degree and I'm going back to school to work on the clinical mental health counseling master's, can I work, because someone had kind of mentioned to me about me working under someone else who is a licensed therapist in order to offer the services I have?
Work under someone to offer the services that you have? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so like say to get certified maybe and being a certified addiction professional, offer those services, but I'm doing it under the umbrella of someone else's licensure, like they will be the main person, I guess, out the paperwork if necessary.
That is a possibility. Yes, you can do that if you want to,
Okay.
but they're going to get the majority of the money.
Yes, sir. That's why I got to get back in school, start in August.
Yeah, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how, I mean, you can do that. I mean, I did that at first, and then I did my own thing. So yeah, sometimes it's best to get under someone to learn the game and to see how they're doing it. See what happened with me, I worked for a couple of people. I contracted with a couple of people, and then I was giving them advice because I saw some of the cracks, and then they didn't want to listen to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my own thing, and made it happen. So yeah, that's definitely a great way to get started, is work under someone, and then when you get your stuff together, then bounce and go do your own thing.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, because that's how you get comfortable with it. See, that's why I was comfortable when I left, because I had already worked in it. So some of you guys might want to work under someone real quick just to feel comfortable, and then go do your own thing. But it's not needed. But yeah, I totally get it. So yeah, that's an awesome opportunity. All right. Is that it? Can I go to the gym? All right. Thank you guys. Fantastic group. I appreciate you guys coming. Please, if you can, leave me a review at that link below. You guys have been awesome. This is my first time. Thank you guys for bearing with me. And we'll probably do this. I'm not sure when I'm going to do this again. I'll probably do this again in another 2 weeks. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys spending your time with me, because you guys did not have to. Time is more valuable than money in my eyes. So I don't take that lightly. So thank you guys so much. And you guys have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Collins.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
Yes.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.